KnoxvilleSmiles.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
WKGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:02 on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon in East Tennessee. We are live at the Covenant Health Park. And gentlemen, what a way to have our last live show from what is officially the best ballpark in America for 2025, according to baseballparks.com. We've been coming out here all season long. This is the last week of Smokies games this season, this historic season in the new ballpark. And we have just been, the weather gods have truly blessed us today, gentlemen. What a day.
I don't think we've had a bad day of weather all season when we've been over here. So, yeah, a little sad. The season's coming to an end. It's always fun to come over here and do these remotes. But it is football season.
It is football. We got a lot to talk about. Bob Baskerville with us here for the first time as a member of the team for the entire show. He's been instrumental in helping us enhance our relationship with the Smokies here this season. And Bob, this place, every time you come back, it gets better.
I'm just taking it in, man. Got the window open.
Cool breeze coming in.
Feel the little bit of semi-fall air coming in, and like Bear said, it's a little bittersweet. But man, where would you rather be today? The sun's out, fresh air,
the smell of fresh cut grass. Now, if they turn up the speakers in here when they start BP, which they probably will, we'll have to shut that window, and then we'll just have the smell of bear, which is a different odor altogether.
That's true. I'm just looking at this release on Ballpark of the Year award. The inaugural went to Oracle Park in San Francisco. I mean, this is high cotton.
Yep, 2025 Ballpark of the Year just announced today at baseballparks.com, topping competitors at every level of professional baseball, including the big leagues. And you almost wonder, did they take a look at Sacramento and Tampa just because all those facilities had to do on such short notice to host teams there? But you cannot beat Covenant Health Park. It's been a long road to get here, 5 years of discussions, planning, and construction. And the $127 million venue opens this year, hosting about 7,000 people for games, can fit up to 10,000 people in here for concerts. Just announced what the old guys are going to flex their stuff here.
Yes,
a classic rock, one for the ages. Sing it, Bobby.
It's a little dust in the wind.
Kansas coming to Covenant Health Park here next month.
Can either of you guys name another song by them?
Oh,
Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah, and What's on My Mind. That's their biggest banger of all.
I just know Carry On My Wayward Son and Dust in the Wind.
Yeah.
But those are classic rock anthems.
Absolutely.
So this has been a great year. And if you got any of those flex tickets to Smokies games this year, if you came out to one of our remotes at Hall of Fame Wine and Spirits or the Casual Pint or Barley's or wherever, and you picked up some of those tickets, be sure to get out and use them. This is the last week. They're here every day, every night. Through Saturday, and then there's a Sunday game at 2 p.m. here, and we've got the Trash Pandas in town. Got to take care of those damn Trash Pandas.
They don't have They don't have SEMO this time, at least.
Some of the speaking of the trash pandas, you gotta love minor league ball club names. These were some of the other parks in the running for ballpark of the year. The ballpark at America First Square, which is home of the Salt Lake Bees, that's kind of tame. Synovus Park, the Columbus Clingstones, I think they were here for one of the series we were here for.
Yeah, well, that's the Braves' new AA affiliate.
Yeah.
They just started this year.
Fifth Third Park, home of the Hub City Spartan Burgers. Not even sure what that is.
I'm guessing it's in Spartanburg.
Yes. And then Meredith Park, home of the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars.
I love it. Outstanding. Well, congratulations to the entire crew. There's so many people behind the scenes. Of course, we work with Eris and Lindsay and the PR crew here. The radio team's been so nice to us since we've been up here. But there's, hundreds of people behind the scenes who have done such a great job getting this ballpark up and running on a daily basis. And it's a well-deserved award. I was telling Eris they've got to put some signage up there. 2025 Ballpark of the Year.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah, the other thing too, stating the obvious, but I think it bears saying, and that is shout out to Randy Boyd and Chris Allen, because those guys had a vision. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh, it's cool. It's kind of cool. All right, whatever. I'll check it out at some point. I can't say enough good things about this venue. Anybody I talked to, my old intern from Under Review, Jake, was at lunch with me today, and he and his family are coming to the game tonight as guests of his father's company. And I was like, buddy, get ready. It's fantastic, particularly on a night like this. If there's no rain and the temperature's right, this is, like I said, nowhere else you'd rather be, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, in for a treat anytime you come to Covenant Health Park here. Beautiful day. We're doing it here, talking a little baseball a little bit later on, but we got a lot of football to get into here. Blake Topmeyer of USA Today is going to join us here in just a couple of minutes. We have broken down the Tennessee-Syracuse matchup to levels beyond scientific for roughly 10 hours or so when you combine voluntary reaction and then the two shows that we've done so far this week. So really, I'm looking forward to peeling back some of the layers of what happened around the world of college football. Alabama, how bad is it down there for Kalen DeBoer? You've got a lot of internet talk about, well, he's a bad fit. Well, he's lost as many games in, basically a season as Saban did to unranked teams as Saban did for his 17-year run. That's true, by the way. I think.
Oh, yeah.
4 losses to unranked teams in 14 games for Kalen DeBoer. Saban had 4 losses to unranked teams in his 17-year run.
230 games against unranked opponents.
So
he's what, 5? He's 5-5 in his last 10.
There's already this chatter about, well, what's next for Alabama? This guy's clearly a bum. He can't get it done. But then they've got the $70 million buyout, and people will say, well, Texas A&M did it because for Jimbo, and then you hear some people say, well, Texas A&M and Alabama are different. Texas A&M's got the oil money. Alabama's got big money, but they don't have that Texas oil money.
Yeah, they don't have I think it's at one time, I think it may still be the second largest endowment for a university. I think number one's Harvard still.
Yeah.
But it's billions and billions of dollars.
And let's not lose sight of the fact that Alabama, because we talked about this in the summer when we were looking for show fodder in the talking season, the CBS Sports blue chip ratio, Bud Elliott.
They're way up there.
They were tied for first with Ohio State.
They're loaded.
Tied for first.
What did you guys make of the reports that apparently I saw it. I saw the video of it. The wide receivers, Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
He's got an emotional support stuffed animal that he takes with him to the stadium. I'm not kidding.
Well, I saw a Jason Whitlock video last night, and I don't know if we take him seriously anymore in the world of sports. We did it one time. I don't know if we do anymore. But he had a video basically asking, is Alabama too, shall we say, effeminate for the world of modern college football? And he was citing Ryan Williams painting his fingernails and his emotional support animal that he brought to the stadium with him.
It's a plush, Russ.
And yeah, making comparisons to Caleb Williams and some of the things we saw of him at USC
Too precious.
It was yeah. I mean, I think Whitlock was trying pretty hard on that one, but it was amusing.
Yeah, the stuffed animal thing.
I don't know, man.
They did not. The big thing to me though on the field, they didn't look like Alabama. They weren't playing fast. Their tackling was wasn't what we come to expect from Alabama, and guys were taking plays off.
Florida State's an interesting testimony to how it can go bad and then how it can go good in the transfer portal, because they've relied heavily on it 2 seasons in a row. Last year, we know what happened. They won 2 games. They were terrible. They looked like a different team. I mean, the movement that they made up in the rankings is a little extreme for my taste, but still, I mean, that was a good team, man. Alabama, so that's not defending Alabama. They lost to a really good team. I just don't want to take anything away from Florida State. They kicked Alabama's ass, man. They were dominant.
Yeah. The game wasn't even, it wasn't as close as a score, so.
We'll talk to Blake about that. Also, Brian Kelly walking around with his chest puffed out. Little swagger to BK this week after a big win at Clemson.
Gotta say, I liked it.
Him and Dabo getting into it?
Yeah, he just he definitely threw some shade at Dabo.
Dunking on Feinbaum a little bit.
Yeah. He annoys me. I'm not a fan, but I was
Beauregard.
I liked what I saw yesterday from him.
Who does it? If you're a Tennessee fan, there's nothing better than seeing Alabama brought back. It's good that they've come back to the rest of us. So that was abnormal for that, I think, to have a run like that.
865-966-3435, your number to get on the drive this afternoon, live today at Covenant Health Park. So a lot of college football talk coming up here, and we will also, of course, talk about our beloved Volunteers. Still drunk off the keg of glory here in East Tennessee this week. Everybody's feeling pretty darn good about what we saw against Syracuse. We'll have to define expectations at some point for this weekend and ETSU. These games are strange. All I know is I don't want to see, was it Austin Peay that came in here the Milton year? and that game was a game for much longer than it should have been. That was frustrating. I don't want one of those, but I don't have to see us score 80
right
either on Saturday afternoon to be satisfied. We'll kick around of what a reasonable expectation for this weekend is. And, of course, we'll continue to search for answers along that defensive line and in the secondary. Obviously, the major question marks for Tim Banks and Josh Heupel as they prepare for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's 84 points. Anything less is not acceptable this
84 week. Points?
Yeah.
Really? You need, I don't even, 12 touchdowns? That's
21 points a quarter. Nice and symmetrical.
The ever-demanding Bob Baskerville.
Wow.
Wants to drink blood from Will Healy's skull at midfield.
I just wanted a 50 burger and nobody to get hurt this week.
That would do too, but they got Caden McNamara though. Don't let Caden McNamara get hot.
Who's Criswell is the other guy from North Carolina, so they've got a 2-quarterback attack
from Power 4, former Power 4 schools.
Are we still considering North Carolina a Power 4 school at this point?
Fair. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Cade covered it by playing for 2 of them, though. Then he played at Iowa and Michigan. So,
yeah, he has worked his way steadily down the totem pole of the college football hierarchy. I think he'll be playing over here at John Tarleton as things stand next year.
Who's the quarterback that's like playing for his 5th or 6th school? Was it T.J. Finley?
Oh,
I'm trying to remember the name.
Yeah.
I just saw that a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was on. They said
Finley's still around. I didn't realize he was up to that many, but
yeah, it was like his 5th school.
The guy at Kentucky, Calzada, he's on his 3rd SEC school.
Yeah.
Plus Incarnate Word.
Yeah.
Was it Incarnate? Was that where he was at, or is that somebody else?
No, he was there. He was there.
How old is he? Like 26, 27?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Pruitt recruited him. I remember he was fairly highly thought of, and just has not worked out for him. But We'll see if it goes any differently at Kentucky. So far in the one game we saw against Toledo, the early returns are, shall we say, iffy.
Woof.
Stay with us. The drive continues. Talking college football with Blake Topmeyer of USA Today when we continue next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM.
Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app.
This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, football fans, this is Stats.
And this is the Sheik. And together we are the Cover Boys. And we cover college football like no one else.
Each week we preview all the big games in college football. And we may not tell you who's going to win, but we'll tell you who's going to cover.
Our patented right sides are clicking at 66% against the spread all time.
So join us right here every Friday evening at 8 for the Cover Boys on the official voice of Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
And enjoy the winners, everyone.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues live this afternoon at Covenant Health Park in beautiful downtown Knoxville. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bear and Bob Baskerville, and we're pleased to be joined now by one of our favorites, Blake Topmeyer of USA Today. Good afternoon, Blake. How are you, sir?
Doing great. You guys?
Hey, we're doing well. Blake, I'm just so glad that we finally get to ask you about games that have actually happened and stuff that we've actually seen as opposed to the conversations we've been having for the past 5 or 6 months about what do you think we're going to see? What's going to happen? Who's on the hot seat? All that stuff, man. It feels good.
Yeah, and some of the things we thought we were going to see, we didn't see. And isn't that the way it always seems to be, right? After all these months that we spend in the preseason speculating about what's going to happen, then a lot of those narratives by the end of the first full weekend go up in smoke.
Absolutely. And for Alabama, there's a lot of things up in smoke right now. That was one that we thought, they were going to go down there and walk the dog on Florida State. And boy, were we all wrong. Florida State with the big win, the big statement there. Do you see this game, Blake, as more about Florida State's improvement or Alabama's drop-off?
I think it's probably more about Alabama's drop-off. I mean, certainly the easy answer is to say both, and I do think Florida State's going to be a far cry better than they were in a 2-10 season last year. But still, I think this is about Alabama, right? And this drop off in ferocity in that program, it's been going on for years. It didn't start the day Kalen DeBoer arrived in town. I mean, frankly, it was waning the past couple years of the Nick Saban era there, and he had some phenomenal quarterbacks to cover it up for a little bit or to help paper the cracks. But the cracks were starting to show at the end of the Saban era, and the problem has gotten demonstrably worse since his retirement, since Kalen DeBoer came to town. It just doesn't seem like the Alabama program of old, because it's not, right? I mean, they don't have that mean streak to them. They don't have that intimidation factor. They're not bullying opponents at the line of scrimmage. Alabama has now become the opponent that you can talk trash to and get away with it. I mean, imagine saying that at the peak of the Nick Saban dynasty. I mean, sure, you could talk trash to Alabama if you wanted to, and then you would have got your butt kicked, on Saturday. That's not the way it is anymore. Now you can run your mouth in the preseason like Tommy Castellanos did, and then go out and back it up when the teams meet. So yeah, it's a new day in Alabama, and I don't think that started on Saturday, but it's a continuation of that.
Well, of course, being on here in Knoxville, there's a lot of Tennessee fans that just hate to hear all this, Blake. It really eats them up, and fans around the league. I don't think Kalen DeBoer is going to be getting much sympathy in his time of need. There's a lot of talk down there about DeBoer, Blake, and is he on his way out? You've even got betting markets on who's going to be the next Alabama head coach. And I just wonder, from your standpoint, is that talk real, or does the $70 million buyout make that impossible for a school like Alabama? This is not, Texas A&M with a wealth of oil money sitting in reserve.
Yeah, last time I was in Alabama, I didn't see any those land oil rigs going that you see in other parts of the country. So they might want to pop a few of those up, see if there's any sweet crude under the soil there. Because I think Alabama fans would like for Kalen DeBoer to be on the hot seat. I mean, when your program's struggling, that can be sort of the sweet elixir, is thinking, well, coach is on the hot seat, somebody else is going to come in here and save this thing. But I don't think that's Alabama's reality at the moment. I think hot seat talk for Kalen DeBoer is premature. It doesn't mean it won't get there this season. I agree with you. It's the buyout at the end of the season, so it'll be about $60 million by the end of the season. But even $60 million, I mean, that's a lot for Alabama to stomach. But if it got to really, really dire straits, I mean, you never know. Sometimes the money appears out of pockets that we're not willing to put it forward before. So, I mean, the long and short of it is right now, yeah, I think hot seat talk is premature, but the bandwagon's empty. I mean, there was a lot of Alabama faithful that wanted to try to be patient. I mean, there was a lot that didn't want to be patient, but there were, I think, a lot that wanted to be patient, wanted to be understanding for sort of a lackluster debut for Kalen DeBoer, and they were all buying in to the preseason narratives that year two was going to be better, that there was a hard edge in this team, more physicality. Nick Saban even was pumping the fluff on College Game Day on Saturday, saying he's seeing a great culture in this team, and you spend 7 months believing all that, and I'm not criticizing Alabama fans. That's what you have to believe in that position. But then when the team comes out and plays like they did on Saturday, all that, the 7 months of all that tough talk, it just looks completely ridiculous, and you're left wanting to fire the coach, and I don't blame them. But the reality is, no, Kalen DeBoer's going to remain in that seat for a little bit and get more time to try to get this going.
Hey, Blake, it's Bob. It's good talking to you again. We talk about Alabama. For me, it was obviously kind of shocking what we saw on Saturday. But now when you consider the body of work that Kalen DeBoer has put together there in just a little over a season, maybe not as surprising maybe as what I saw on Monday night in Chapel Hill, with what looked promising with North Carolina right out of the gates, and then it was just an absolute dismantling by TCU. Did you see that coming? I mean, I think the fact that TCU was kind of disrespected, Sonny Dykes said it. It was like they came in with a chip on their shoulder. I just never anticipated seeing a game like that.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that bad on, North Carolina's home field, a night where, the place is juiced, sellout crowd, all the celebrities, including the Muse, were there. And Carolina starts in perfect fashion, and you think, all right, Carolina Bill, Chapel Bill here, it's going to be cooking. And no, he got cooked. And I'm not surprised they lost. I guess I'm surprised it was it was a curb stomping. And I think it's a reminder that everybody saw what Deion Sanders did at Colorado, where he brought in a bazillion transfers. He kicked the guys out of the program that he didn't want there. And, in 2 short years, Deion put Colorado football, a comatose program, on the map. And I think everything's okay. Now anybody can come in now. You flip the roster with all these transfers, and it's a new day. But the part of that narrative that gets left out is a couple things. One, Deion had been a college coach before. Now, it was in the FCS ranks, sure, but he had been a college coach before, and more importantly, when Deion went to Colorado and brought in all those transfers, he had a guy named Shedeur Sanders at quarterback who followed him there, and a guy named Travis Hunter, a two-way star who would win the Heisman Trophy, who followed him there. And that's sort of the key here is you can't just bring warm bodies in the door and expect everything's going to be different. North Carolina brings in a swath of transfers, loses a bunch of guys, but it's almost like they just swapped warm bodies out and swapped more warm bodies in. They didn't bring anybody like Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter in. So, yeah, I do think it sort of pumps the brakes on the narrative that was sort of fueled by Deion, to his credit, that you just bring in a new coach, you bring in 40 transfers, and all is well. We'll see. I think there's still some wins out there for North Carolina. It's not a bad schedule. I don't think they're going to stay as bad as they looked in week 1, but I think the college football casuals who maybe are bigger NFL fans that came into this thing thinking, well, he's Bill Belichick. He's the greatest NFL coach of all time. He's going to, scheme circles around these guys in the college game. No, that's not what's going to happen here.
Okay, then third on my list. We've talked about Alabama. We've talked about North Carolina. This was one I think I did see coming. The hype and the buildup on Arch Manning coming into that matchup with Texas and Ohio State. It's almost like it would almost be impossible for that kid to deliver some of these expectations that came out. But he looked to me noticeably nervous in that game. Seemed to settle down a little bit late in the game. But any thoughts there? Again, do you think this was another situation where Ohio State was like, man, we're hearing a lot about Texas and Arch Manning. We're the defending national champs. Let's go take care of things.
I just think Ohio State's really good. 107,000 in the Horseshoe. That's a tough place to play for the most seasoned of quarterbacks. That Ohio State defense, I think, is going to be really nasty again. I mean, yeah, they lost some talent from last year, absolutely. But from what my eyes saw, they got a ton of talent still there in Columbus. And, the hype for Arch Manning, it was a lot. I also didn't think it was necessarily unreasonable for a guy with that surname, with a 5-star recruiting ranking, and he's not an 18-year-old pup. This is a 21-year-old now who has been in the program for a couple years. He's got a roster around him that is funded by one of the richest NIL war chests in the country. He has a coach who's billed as, a quarterback savant in Steve Sarkisian. He didn't look the part on Saturday, but that's the billing. And so, there's this tendency now to kind of overcorrect and say, like, well, all these expectations for Arch Manning were ridiculous. And I don't know. I mean, a few of them were, sure. I mean, when a TV host says he's the greatest player since Tim Tebow, well, that's overhyped, sure. But the reality is, this guy's a third-year player with Manning on the back of the jersey and a 5-star billing. Like, expectations should be high for him. And he didn't meet them on Saturday. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to be a bust. I still think, everybody is burying Texas. That feels a little too soon for me, because I think Ohio State is one of, if not the best team in the country. I thought that coming into the season, they were one of the top 2 or 3 teams, and I still think that. So Texas could be fine. Texas showed a lot of good things in that loss. They didn't have to do with their quarterback, but the defense looked really strong at Texas. A young offensive line, I thought, held up pretty well, and the run game was good. So if Arch Manning gets going, which I think he can, I still think when it comes December or January, Texas could be there at the end among the top teams in the country. But yeah, Arch looked jittery, and I don't think his coach did enough to help settle him down. And Steve Sarkisian admitted that afterwards. He admitted he had a bad game plan in that game, and he did not do enough to help a nervous quarterback.
Talking with Blake Topmeyer, USA Today college football columnist this afternoon on the show. And Blake, what do you make of mild-mannered Brian Kelly? Finally gets his big signature win to start a season off, and you think, okay, he's taken it on the chin a couple of times in years past. Maybe he just goes back to the lab and keeps working on his team. He's out there yesterday dunking on Feinbaum. He's up at the podium dunking on Dabo, just feeling himself this week, a side of him that we have rarely seen in public.
Yeah, it sounded like a guy who's tired of being kicked for the last couple years, because there's been probably no coach of his success level. I mean, sure, the bums that go 2-10, we're all kicking them, right? But someone who's won 29 games in his last 3 years, like Brian Kelly had, no one else has taken as many kicks as he has, right? And I get it. He wasn't brought into LSU to win 29 games in 3 seasons. He was brought in to win a national championship. But that man absorbed a ton of criticism and mockery for winning 29 games in 3 years. And it was worse because Marcus Freeman took Notre Dame to the national championship. That resulted in the pile-on. And it was worse because, those season openers had gone the wrong way for LSU for 3 years straight. And you had Brian Kelly banging his fist on the table after last year's, which became sort of the meme of the season in 2024, was that fist pound. So this to me was a man who's absorbed all those punches for the last couple of years, and finally he has his moment, and his team has their moment. And quietly, actually, Brian Kelly's been doing this for months now. I mean, he was peacocking his way around SEC media days and SEC spring meetings in the preseason. Like, you could tell this guy either thought he had a pretty elite team on his hands, or he thought, well, I'm going to go down in flames if I don't produce a winner anyway, so I may as well go out chirping. But this has sort of been building for the last couple months now, and yeah, it felt like a crescendo this week whenever Kelly took his victory lap on Feinbaum and then landed some jabs at Dabo, which, hey, Dabo got what he wanted, right? I mean, Dabo sat there at his press conference and just pleaded for everyone to make fun of him and to make fun of Clemson. I mean, he just begged it. Just said, please, everybody, tell us we stink. Tell us we're terrible. Make fun of me. Brian Kelly said, don't mind if I do.
And Blake, finally, we have to ask you, it wouldn't be a Knoxville radio hit without getting your take on the Vols. Not sure how much of the game you got to see against Syracuse with Texas and Ohio State going on at the same time, but Joey Aguilar exceeding expectations largely, and then Tennessee's defense maybe giving up a few more yards, certainly more points than many thought they would. Where do you think things stand on Rocky Top with Georgia coming to town here in about a week and a half?
Yeah, it seemed like every time I looked up at the TV in the press box in Columbus, Tennessee was scoring again. So hard to draw up a better Tennessee debut for Joey Aguilar, and you'd be hard pressed to find, you guys could start the hunt right now, find the single individual in Tennessee who would welcome Nico Iamaleava back to the state right now after seeing what they saw in week one. That would be a small gathering of individuals. I think that would welcome Nico back into the borders. So you're right about the defense. I don't know what to make of that. early returns, and Tennessee was kind of pouring it on there. So we'll see if the defense, can deliver in more of a tighter game where they need to. But that was sort of, one of my concerns with Tennessee coming into this was, Tennessee on both sides of the ball lost some key playmakers from last year's team. Now, wide receiver looks like, well, all is well there. Tennessee, is kind of positioned for an upgrade. It seems like we're in danger of week one overreaction, but it seems like they're going to be fine at wide receiver. Aguilar, like I said, I think he provided a lot of calm there after some choppy waters throughout the off season. For me, this polishes my outlook for Tennessee. That schedule is very accommodating. The three remaining non-conference games, those look like wins. Tennessee plays what are billed as the four worst teams in the SEC. 8-4 looks like the floor, but now all of a sudden, could the ceiling be college football playoff? I wasn't thinking playoff for Tennessee coming into the season. I thought high floor, but the ceiling is lower than the playoff. Now, after seeing Aguilar and those wide receivers have the success they did, granted, against a mediocre opponent, but that does make me think, with this schedule, it's not crazy to think Tennessee could be in playoff contention yet again.
Well, truly, one last question, because you mentioned it, and I wanted to get your take on it. When it comes to Nico, even a staunch Vol fan saw what happened in Pasadena last weekend, and I want to get your perspective from a national point of view. Do you feel, you can't help but feel a little bit sorry for the kid, man. I know there's a lot that's satisfying for a lot of Vol fans, but we even talked about it here saying, I don't think we were all tuned in to hate watch a little bit on Saturday night, but I think I've seen all I needed to see. I think it's going to be a very, very long season for that kid.
Yeah, I would suspect you might be in the minority there. I think a lot of people in Tennessee are going to enjoy this Schadenfreude situation with Nico, enduring what I think is going to be a very difficult year at UCLA. From where I sit, it's like I guess I step back and say college is supposed to be a learning experience that sets you up for the rest of your life, right? And one of the beauties of, I think, NIL and the transfer portal is it mirrors real life decisions that you will have to face much more than the college landscape without those two elements. So there's a lot of things about NIL and transferring that are imperfect, but one thing I think it's great for is it does position you to make real world decisions. And if nothing else, I think this could be a learning experience for Nico whenever he faces a situation in life down the road where he's got to make a hard decision, whether it be football or just life related, right? You draw on your past experiences. And hey, he may be very, very happy in California. He's closer to his family. Perhaps no matter how this season goes, he will look back on this and say, this was a great decision. I love it out here. Forget the team's record, all is well. And if that's the case, I say good on him. Glad that he's happy and no problem. Otherwise, like I said, I think this is a learning experience that you can take forward. And again, I think this is what NIL and the transfer portal do. They have college athletes now making business decisions at an earlier age, and they may not get all of those decisions perfect, but they can use their experiences in those decisions to guide them going forward. And like I said, what better real world experience can you have in college than sort of what Nico went through this year? How he handled it, that's open to debate, but could be a guiding light for him in the future.
He is the senior national college football columnist for the USA Today network, Blake Tockmeyer. He's at B Tockmeyer on X if you want to follow him there. Blake, always appreciate the time, my friend. Thanks for hopping on.
Yep, good talking to you guys.
Thanks, Blake.
Blake Tockmeyer, one more time on the drive, and the Nico aftermath is still fresh on Tennessee fans' mind. It's been a good run for Tennessee fans. You're flipping commits left and right. You're winning your ball game, putting up 45 in the dome. You've got Nico over there struggling. You're watching your ex struggle to get back out there on the dating scene. I mean, life is good right now for Tennessee fans.
Alabama goes down. Arch Manning, who was the one that got away, you could say, in place of Nico, didn't really go out and ball out. He'll probably be fine. But, yeah, what a weekend, man.
Can you guys believe he's making $6 million a year?
Who?
Arch. It's the highest paid college football player.
Yeah. I still think he's going to be pretty good, man.
I think so, too.
I think your first start as the guy on the road against the defending national champs in that environment, that's a tough spot. I know, and I get what Blake is saying. It's not like he's a true freshman. It's not like he's a redshirt freshman that didn't play. Like he's played. The expectation should be there, and I think he will gradually rise to those. I could be wrong.
Listener Shane on the live chat on Fan Run TV said Arch will be fine. Remember his uncle's debut.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about that.
That's apples and oranges. Peyton was, 18 and
a true freshman,
green behind the ear.
Wasn't playing number 3 team in the country though either.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they were playing a pretty rough schedule. I mean, when did Helton get hurt?
UCLA.
No, Colquitt got hurt
at UCLA.
Mississippi State for Helton about the game 5 or 6.
Yeah,
and then Peyton's first start was against Washington State. And he did not perform. I mean, there
was a controversy.
He was just kind of managing the game out there. Peyton did not show signs of Peytonness.
You're right.
Until the bowl game that year against Virginia Tech in the Swamp. And then, of course, exploded the next year, and the rest was history. It's just it's such a different era in college football. And listen, I mean, if your standard expectation for Arch is to be Peyton, I just see Arch being more Eli than Peyton.
Yeah.
And Eli is arguably a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, that'd still be a hell of a career, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Can you guys I bet Bob knows it. Can you tell me who the starting quarterback was for the Virginia Tech Hokies in that bowl game?
Yes, Jim Drunkenmiller.
Yeah, I remember that name. I remember that name, but I wouldn't have remembered that for that
He's
game.
a good player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that was a big storyline going into it. Will we be able to keep him contained? So that was a good year. But yeah, Peyton, the fan base was split at one point about Brandon Stewart and Peyton Manning, and Manning eventually won out. So.
Stewart could run, right? That's what I remembered about him. He was more mobile than Peyton.
Yeah, he was a lot more athletic than.
Yeah, he was a baseball player too, I think.
Yeah, not saying a ton, being more athletic than Peyton, but
and never forget he did Tennessee a solid that fall of '98.
Well, and we realized, for those of us armchair fans who were watching that '94 season, saying Brandon Stewart gives us a better chance to win. I think Fulmer and Cutcliffe showed us that they knew a little thing or two about quarterback play and could kind of see where that whole thing was headed. They knew what they had.
Yeah, and I think the defense, the running game, the offensive line, the receivers are what helped us win games that year.
All right, let's take a quick break. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio, live today at Covenant Health Park, named Best Ballpark of the Year, according to baseballparks.com today, a prestigious honor for our friends here at the Smokies in Knoxville. Got to take a quick time out. Stay with us. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Gotcha, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit men'spro-knoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bree from Malone and Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. Have you been putting off getting dental treatment? Maybe you're embarrassed, or you're worried that you'll be judged, or maybe you're worried that you'll be treated as just another set of teeth rather than a person. If so, I would like to invite you to visit us at Malone and Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. We will meet you wherever you are in life to help you feel good about you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to set up an appointment or go online to knoxvillesmiles.com.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at boknowshouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
Good afternoon, T-Dots out here trying to finish up a couple of ranks we had earlier, and now there's been a little bit of radar in the last hour north of Knoxville.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues live today at Covenant Health Park. Russell Smith, Bear, and Bob Baskerville coming to you live this afternoon. You hear the train in the background. It is a beautiful day for baseball here at Covenant Health Park. And if you're just joining us, we had the big news off the top of the show, named Ballpark of the Year, according to baseballparks.com for 2025. Topping competitors at every level of professional ball, including the big leagues. So they're feeling themselves a little bit down here at the Cove today.
Yeah, like obviously it's not as big, but it reminds me a lot of like on the concourse as far as like concessions and the beer and all that. It's like you're at a big league stadium like Yankee Stadium. There's tons of food choices. It's all good. And
I'm getting set to pig out come 6 o'clock.
I know, man. You can put it away.
Yeah, man. I won't get my money's worth.
Wonder what's on the menu tonight.
865-966-3435 if you want to jump in here this afternoon. 865-966-3435, your number to get on the drive here this afternoon as we get set to head into big sports weekend with college football. Of course, you got the NFL games kicking off tomorrow night on we got a little Thursday night football, and then you've got the Friday night lights, Saturday, of course, college football, and then a full Sunday of NFL football to kick off the week. Bob, you're the TV guru here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of the news today that NFL Red Zone, which of course is being bought out by ESPN along with the NFL Network, is going to have some major changes? Pat McAfee reporting that they're going to have normal commercial breaks for the first time. Of course, those of us who've geeked out on the Red Zone for the past 10 plus years that it's been in existence. I mean, that's part of the joy, is it is just nonstop football in your eyeballs. I can't imagine the red zone with commercials.
No, neither can I. And I think everybody anticipated this was going to happen. And I don't think they were wrong. I just think that this is happening so much faster than anticipated. And
I didn't think we'd lose it this year, Bob.
No, that's what I'm saying.
One last hurrah.
I just wonder if they're going to be doing it at a minimum similar to what they do in, golf and race coverage, where it's box in a box. You got a commercial, but you still see the NFL action. I hope that that's the case. I mean, you lose Scott Hansen talking about it, but
shout out Scott Hansen, might actually get to use a restroom.
Well, yeah,
during the games this year.
Yeah, exactly. It's disappointing, but man, this is unfortunately the way of the world now. Everything's commercialized. I mean, we've talked about it before. If you watch the Thursday night rivalry or rivalry Thursday here locally, high school football, I mean, they commercialize the extra points, they commercialize the timeouts, they commercialize everything. And I'm afraid that's just happening on every level. And it's a shame because the red zone has become such a game changer for so many people. And part of the magic and allure of it was no commercials.
Yes.
That's super disappointing.
Yeah, but you're taking, and listen, man, we do radio here, so obviously we rely on commercial revenue. Like, I get it. You've got to monetize things, but here you had something that was so perfect and so pure in such a commercialized space.
Right.
Professional sports, and they can't even leave that alone.
Well, and this is the other thing I would say is, now I know ESPN is taking this over, but this is also an offshoot of the NFL, which is arguably the biggest brand in the world and also making more money than God could ever imagine, and it's like, when's enough, right? You're just going to monetize everything apparently. And that's a shame. It's a shame.
Chad knew it was coming when ESPN bought it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dropping, that was basically why they dropped F1, because, F1 likes their races commercial free.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's heading over to, I think, Apple now for next season.
Yeah, and Apple overpaid the bejesus out of it, which means they're going to pass that along to the consumers, and it won't be with commercials. Instead, it will be with higher subscription rates.
I think they're going to spread that out over all Apple.
Yeah.
Not just us maniacs.
Well, Apple has always been so affordable.
We were just talking about that.
Their version of the 400 laptop you can buy at Best Buy costs $1,800.
Last night I was going to buy a power supply. Walker's probably proud of me to hear that, because I've been taking his from him each day. And I was like, I got to go get the Apple device, the one that, the power supply that, is accompanying my MacBook.
I mean, you can't use a generic one. I tried that with my phone. They won't charge them.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning. And that block, I was telling Russ, was $89.99. Almost $100
for a charger.
For a charger.
That's how they get you, is those chargers, man.
Yeah. It's they are unbelievable, man. That, you talk about a stranglehold. They got it.
The internal battery, that's another good move. I think they invented that.
Yeah.
The non-removable battery.
Yep.
All right, setting up hour number 2 of the drive here on Fan Run Radio. There's the music. What are we hearing a little bit? A little slow jam?
Yeah.
I'd have to Shazam it, to tell you the truth, Russell.
That note.
Y'all don't know T-Pain right off the bat?
Is that what it is, Walker?
Yeah.
The window is pretty stuck here. I'm going to wait to do this until
buy you a drink, shouty.
Walker Smith never heard Stone Temple Pilots, but T-Pain, he's all over it.
Well, Walker, do you realize Young Jock is in this too?
Yeah. It's buy you a drink.
Did you realize that?
No.
Shouty Snapper.
I know he didn't make it by himself.
Oh,
I just
Shouty
forget who it
Snapper.
was.
I mean, that's my favorite.
A Shouty Snapper.
I celebrate his entire catalog.
Featuring Young Jock.
I was back when the train was coming through. You know what came to mind for me? It was not T-Pain. It was, do you remember Blackfoot?
Jesus, Bob. Really? A Blackfoot reverence?
Train. That is a
Young Jock is good, but I prefer Old Jock myself. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Ready to launch your career? Axel Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axel proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axel, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of The Drive underway on Fan Run Radio. Russell, Bear, and Bob live today at Covenant Health Park. Walker Smith is in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios with today's Top 4 at 4. Walker.
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, Tennessee coach Josh Heupel spoke with reporters again Wednesday during the SEC Coaches Weekly teleconference to preview the Vols' home opener against ETSU. While admitting that the team gave up some plays defensively last week, he praised the offensive line and the run game. He said, quote, "Between staff and players, I thought everyone handled themselves in a positive way."
Yeah, I mean, it's a good debut for the team, and now you just got to keep stacking days together, as Heupel likes to say. And we all know what is coming here next week. As Bear said earlier, got to get through this weekend healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that there's a ton you can figure out and learn about yourself in these ETSU games. It's just another reason I hate these type of games.
I'd say if nothing else, it gives him a chance to give some players playing time so they're not complaining about, you know what I mean? Or not complaining, but disenchanted, because all these guys, they come here with the promise and the hope of playing.
Being stars.
Yeah. So that's probably the only upside I see. I don't see much more than that.
At number 2, one of the best catchphrases in sports will sound a little different in 2025. Scott Hansen is going to have to make changes as commercials are coming to NFL Red Zone in 2025. Hansen confirmed as much during an appearance on the Pat McAfee Show on Wednesday. Hansen said commercial breaks are coming to the show in 25, but that the program would, quote, "not miss a touchdown."
Yeah, but still, you're making us sit through commercials, man. You've ruined this one thing that the men of the United States of America had that was still pure, decent, and everything good about this country was the red zone.
You think that this is a line of demarcation in our country's
absolutely
slow march towards
descent, decline. It's another sign that the apocalypse is upon us. They're selling ads on red zone.
We were just talking in the last segment about Apple, and listener Chadwick said Apple just upped its monthly price from $9.99 a month to $12.99 a month. So there you go.
Formula One and something else.
I'll tell you what, we talk about working in radio, and we got commercials here, but we give it to you for free, baby. Our price hasn't gone up since the beginning of time. It's right there for you. You just turn on the dial, 1340. You just open up the app.
It's true.
I don't want to give management any ideas. Open up that app every time. It's like a toll. You got to throw a quarter in the bucket every time you open it up.
I mean, we've got I've got a lot of apps for different shows on my phone, or different stations, and ours works about as good as anybody's. It didn't clog up with all the nonsense stuff.
All the nonsense stuff?
Yeah, ads.
Ads. Oh, like the pre-roll, you got to...
No, the worst ones are those commercials. They pop up, and you've got to wait till it counts down, and then the X pops up, and you X out of that, and then it's got to connect.
That's happening for... we finally had to do it over at RTI.
Auto ads?
Yeah. I mean...
I was going to say something about that to you. It's kind of obnoxious, not going to lie.
Got to pay the bills, man.
Still love you.
Rick and all these guys don't work for free.
Your prize is coming in 3.
Yeah.
2. Buffering. 1.
Yeah.
Oh, by the time it comes up, I'm out of there, man.
Yeah.
I've reached my limit with the Sentinel this year, guys. Or for the month already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 2 days into it.
You need to learn about incognito mode, I guess.
At number 3, the Boston Red Sox put rookie sensation Roman Anthony on the injured list Wednesday after the outfielder experienced left oblique tightness in Tuesday's 11-7 win over the Guardians. While not giving a specific timetable, Red Sox manager Alex Cora acknowledged that oblique strains typically require 4 to 6 weeks of recovery time.
Was that some sort of Pavlovian response I just witnessed? As soon as he said left oblique strain, Bear starts scratching his left oblique. Starts rubbing it.
I'm just sitting there thinking, yeah, it'd be hard to throw a ball if you're. That's where it's at, right in there.
Core strength, man, is what it's all about.
Yeah. not sure I could locate my left oblique.
No, you got him.
Yeah.
Want Bear to find it for you?
No,
He's
It's
a
right
doctor.
there.
I got you. I think I got you. That's
Stay away.
Don't touch me.
At number 4, we are into the last day of quarterfinal matchups in the U.S. Open. Right now, Felix Auger-Aliassime just defeated Alex de Minaur 3-1 to advance to the semis. Later on, it will be an all-Italian match between Yannick Sinner and Lorenzo Musetti. In the women's bracket, Iga Swiatek takes on American Amanda Anisimova, and Naomi Osaka plays Karolina Muchova for a spot in the semifinals later tonight.
I've got a segment idea I want to workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And it involves Walker and name pronunciations.
Oh, God.
Have them do soccer and hockey names.
Stump Smith or something, I mean, he's good. He's good at it, is my point.
He is, but I mean, I've had somebody say something to me in the past 24 hours. I felt like he was kind of showing off a little bit, trying to show up everybody else at the station.
I don't think there's any
These were the
little bit
names
about
that
it.
are playing in the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
like if they were easy names, I'd read them all the same.
Yeah, I'm with you, Walker.
Well, we spend so much time
about-
covering tennis on this show that
You're just reporting, and soon enough we'll have the top 4 at 4 with like downhill results.
If any of those people that he
Alpine
named
skiing.
walked in here right now, would either one of you guys recognize them?
No, probably not.
No.
Okay. Go
All right.
ahead.
Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. I was over there earlier today recording some new ads for football season. Always good to see my friends over there at Knoxville Smiles, and want to make you aware of something they've got going on now through the end of the year is half price teeth whitening. So if that's something that you've ever thought about doing and you want to engage with the whitening services over at Knoxville Smiles, give them a call. Tell them you heard us talking about it right here on Fan Run Radio. Half price teeth whitening. Anytime you get a regular teeth cleaning, they'll go ahead and do that for you at half price. So give them a call, set up your appointment, 865-539-1776, or you could book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Live today, Covenant Health Park. Smokey's taking batting practice down below.
I'm watching this guy. You think that's one of the players that's running the stairs?
Yeah, I would imagine. Just getting in some cardio.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good segue. I would never have known this was a thing, but a person that's a former coworker of mine is competing in national stair climbing competition.
National stair climbing competition? That sounds awful.
It does, doesn't it?
It's so bad.
Yeah, where they time you going up and
have you ever gotten up on a stair climber? It's so hard.
No, I know. And the thing
have
is,
you ever climbed stairs? It sucks.
And it's not like I don't think they the location's easy enough to pick out. You could do the competition like in office buildings or whatever the case may be, but that's literally this dude does that. And that he trains, he goes to an office building over on Paper Mill and
no way
goes up the side stairwell because it's about 8 or 9 floors. And
oh my God.
And does it like, some just absurd amount of times to equate, because these are long, they're like marathons too. They're like 30 flights or.
You go up and down?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they time you.
I think the timing is on the up. It's like
I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but is it really any more ridiculous than some of the sports that they have in the Olympics right now?
I guess not.
Here we go, Walker.
I guess not.
Here we go.
You all right?
You bashing the Olympic sports again, Russ?
Yeah, we don't need this type of
You're going to sit there and tell me that walking, power walking or breakdancing or ballet, whatever, ballroom dancing deserves to be an Olympic sport?
Power walking does. I mean, that's been an Olympic sport for that's. Can you walk like that?
I can ambulate. I don't know about.
I don't know that you can power walk though. That's a skill.
I agree with you, Russ. The breakdancing is it's a bridge too far.
Breakdancing was awesome at the Olympics.
Oh, what was the name of that?
Those guys are athletes.
There was one break dancer who became kind of the sweetheart of the thing. Yeah, she wasn't any
She
good.
didn't know how to break dance,
Yeah,
Bob.
she was terrible. But
I don't think she was the sweetheart. I think we pretty
from
much.
Australia.
What was her name?
Ray Gunn.
Ray Gunn. That was it.
I feel like me and you could have competed with her, Bob. I'm not saying so.
No, I'm not. No, I don't think so. Not me, at least. Maybe you.
All you got to do is flop down on the ground and put your hands and your feet up in the air. Is basically all she did.
I've got my mental Rolodex now is loaded with thoughts of bear breakdancing.
No, that's something I never did, but she was terrible at it. No, I'm not talking about those, but just the Olympics overall, Russ. It's World Games where peace can break out.
But I mean, like, okay, I'm going to a big tournament in Birmingham to climb some stairs. That just doesn't, man, you got to have that's a special kind of motivation to do that.
Stair climbing is an Olympic event now, I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know if it's an Olympic event.
Now, this guy goes to like tournaments, like, invitationals. And so I would have never known that was a thing until a couple of weeks ago. Somebody told me
Do you
that.
have to, are there rules? Do you have to hit each individual step? Because I got long legs, man. I can go 3 or 4 at a time. If I'm in a hurry, I can move up some stairs.
Yeah, but could you do like 30 flights?
I don't know. I think I could. I would be dead-legged by the time, I would collapse at the top. You'd have to carry me back down.
I mean, it has to be individual and timed, because if you're trying, stairwells are only so big. You can't.
Yeah, though that's what I was thinking.
You can't do it with like multiple people.
Time trials.
Yeah, it's like you're on, you're on the clock.
I think this is a great fan-run competition for our next.
Yeah, if we're going to do it, we need to go to New York and do the World Trade Center.
We can go do the Sun Sphere.
Steps up there.
My wife just texted and said, "Why don't you get this person on the radio to talk about it?" That'd be great radio, wouldn't it?
Tremendous. The stair walking guy.
The stair walking king of the Southeast.
I mean, I can't think of it, but I would imagine we've done worse at some point.
You guys for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I did ask when I was in New York. I went to One World Trade. And it's a pretty pricey ticket to get the elevator ride to the top of the thing.
Yeah.
And I asked, like, what if you walk up the stairs? You get charged for that? And the guy, he was just like, nobody's ever really asked that.
Oh, God, that would be
1,900 feet. And that's all it is. You think you could?
Yeah.
Up the stairs, how many floors is that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's one of the tallest buildings in the world.
The Ghostbusters were able to go up to the top of the Dakota or whatever, lugging those proton packs.
True fiction, but true. I speaking of that, I always think about that. Did you go? I got to go to the top of the World Trade Center and look out, and and it's
did when I was a kid,
sealed in, right, windowed in, and I was still uneasy getting near the window.
Yeah, the one they do now, the way they do it, like the whole inside of the elevator is one giant high definition screen.
Yeah.
So as you go up, like what you're looking at, it's Manhattan, how it changes since from like 200 years ago.
Yeah.
They get you up to the top, and then the doors just open on this massive elevator. They go up instead of the side, and then there's it'll blow your mind. Yeah, I get the same way though. I don't like being up high.
Coming up, you can get some phone calls going here if you want to jump in. Lines available right now at 865-966-3435. You can call or text the show today, 865-966-3435. And coming up, more individual honors for Colton Hood this week, being recognized for his outstanding debut performance with the Volunteers against Syracuse. Plus, an interesting story developing in the NBA today that has some college football correlations that we'll work into you. I promise we're not going to get into a breakdown of the LA Clippers and what's going on with their summer roster, but big news with Kawhi Leonard is something that we've been talking about this week, this summer, as the salary cap, the soft cap that we have in college football now with the $21 million revenue share number and how teams can get around that. We'll talk about it with you when we continue. It is The Drive live today at Covenant Health Park, and we're back with more after this.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
It's football time in Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for The Drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fan Run Radio, 1340 AM, the free Fan Run app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fan Run TV.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back. The Drive continues. Fan Run Radio. Russell, Bear, and Bob with you here on a Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. Taking your phone calls, 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board, 966-3435. Tennessee cornerback Colton Hood suited up for the first time on Saturday and made an instant impact with the scoop and score for the Volunteers. Also had 4 tackles, 3 pass breakups on the day, and he was listed on Pete Nakos. We talked yesterday about the transfer quarterback rankings. I think Joey was second on that.
Yes.
Colton Hood, number 5 overall in the overall transfer impact player rankings for week 1.
Who's in front of him?
Mansour Delane from cornerback from LSU. Obviously, they had a stellar defensive performance. Wide receiver Jordan Dwyer from TCU. And then, great name here, cornerback Rayshawn Pleasant from Auburn. Zachariah Branch as well. Hood was 5th, followed by Justice Haynes, who's playing at Michigan now. Luke Pettibone for Florida State. And then 3 other guys you haven't heard of.
It's funny how we haven't heard from our listeners and callers, the Willie Martinez haters.
They're laying in wait.
First botched assignment, give up touchdown. They're going to be calling for his head.
Well, I think seasoned ball knowers, recognize his accomplishments last year, and even you look back the course of his career, the good defenses he's been a part of, the guys that he's put in the NFL, even going back to his time here under Botch, and the success that he's had through the years. I think you have to give him his due, and I think that if they should falter this year, I mean, guys, we're without Ricky Gibson and Jermod right now. You have to factor that in. That's not Willie Martinez. Nobody has elite backup cornerbacks.
Has anybody heard anything on what Gibson's actual injury is? So I've seen internet rumors that it was a torn pec.
Ouch.
I heard it was John Adams on Tony's show today was saying he thinks it may be the season. I was like,
if he's torn his pec, it's probably the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at Kitselman. That's what Kitselman did to correct.
That's brutal. That would be absolutely brutal.
I mean, if we're being honest, if we get Jermod for half the season, well, I'm at this point, I feel like we'd be pretty lucky. So, well, it's a good thing Colton Hood and the freshman came in ready to play. I mean, I guess we'll see when we're matched up because Georgia's definitely got playmakers in the wide receiver room this year.
It's going to be, not to be Russie Downer here again, but man,
it's going to be
if this Aguilar kid turns out to be pretty good and our offense starts humming along at a pretty good clip, and we're sitting here at the end of the year playing in the Citrus Bowl or another one and done playoff appearance, which I guess would be pretty cool, but it would be a bitter pill to swallow to be sitting here thinking, man,
what if we had our 2 best
corners? We had our corners and our defensive line thing didn't blow up right away.
Moy.
Hobbs.
Yeah, we really need both those guys back. I'd forgotten what Hobbs hurt now.
He's got a foot deal.
Right. There's no telling on those. I mean, hell, that could end up being the whole season. Foot injuries are tricky, especially with those big guys like that.
Bob, say something uplifting. I feel like the show is taking a dark turn.
Running backs look good?
I got nothing.
Wow.
You've brought me down, man.
I mean, Hood and Redmond, Bob, have been playing,
Redmond looked good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Looked aggressive. I mean, what were you saying? That's the most aggressive corner play you've
Yeah.
seen
I thought so.
When?
Since
98?
back in the day. Since back in the day.
When they'd leave those guys on an island?
Now, we sit here and we talk about Zachariah Branch. I was talking about him on Monday. But does Gunnar Stockton strike the fear of God into you?
The fear that I have is that we aren't going to be able to get pressure on him. He doesn't, the thing that scares me is he's surrounded by elite talent in a skill position. And then can our defensive line pressure him with as beat up as we are? It's crazy.
He just reminds me of the Alabama quarterbacks of old, the John Parker Wilsons, the McElroys, the McCarrons, the guys that were plenty good, but not superstars, and were just surrounded by so much talent that they just were Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
Guys that just
they aren't NFL quarterbacks, but they're
didn't
really
need
good
to be
college quarterbacks.
Didn't need to be because they were surrounded by so many great players. And I think that's kind of what Georgia finds itself in this year. Let's get a call from Stevie. Good afternoon, Stevie. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Russell!
Hello, Steven.
Are y'all broadcasting live from the low testosterone clinic?
I mean, first of all, no. Second of all, low T is a serious thing that affects many men all
Not me.
across the world. Nothing to be ashamed of. So, like, I don't appreciate where you're coming from. It's not a good way to start your call off, Stevie.
Russell, I don't appreciate where you're coming from. From my way I see it, we're about to enter a 2022-like offensive output this year. Let me ask you a question. Is Gunnar Stockton better than Bryce Young?
No.
Are the wide receiver room in Georgia better than the wide receiver room in 2022 in Alabama has?
It's probably comparable.
Is our defense better than the defense we had in 2022?
I don't know.
It is, Russell. Russell, get excited. We're coming for that Georgia Dogs. We're going to put them on the grill in 2 weeks. I am predicting a 52-41 beatdown on those Dogs in Neyland Stadium. And I need you old heads to get a little bit more excited. We saw something phenomenal on Saturday. We saw a quarterback who could throw the football, who acted like a man out there, and we had fun on offense for the first time in 2 years. I don't care if the whole entire secondary's out. We have offense again. Russell, did you see the play, the Braylon Staley touchdown? You know who else was wide open down the sideline? Little Mike Matthews was wide open down the sideline. Our receivers are getting wide open down the sideline, and our quarterback's hitting them. We're excitable again.
I don't think you ever weren't excitable, Stevie.
Did you watch last year? Did you
watch animated?
Well, I'm just saying, again, just for the sake of, I love your excitement. I love your enthusiasm, Stevie. I'm just saying I need to see a little bit more because I recall after the NC State game last year, we're 2-0. Tennessee's putting up 70 burgers. I mean, like we are thinking, hey, we are back to 2022 level offense, and it ended up not being so. So I'm just saying, hey, let's wait until we've played a couple of SEC games before we say we're right back there at that 2022 level again. Is that not fair?
I need you to. No, it's not fair, Russell.
What do you need from me? How can I provide you a better experience, Stevie?
Well, first of all, Russell, I want you to take this little shot of Power T testosterone into your veins from me. I'll give you a blood transfusion of my orange blood, Russell.
I don't want any Stevie blood in me.
Oh, yes, you do, Russell. Yes, you do, baby. Secondly, we have a system, and Nico couldn't run it. Milton couldn't run it. Who's been the two people that can run the Heupel system? Well, so far it's been Hendon Hooker, and what I saw Saturday was someone who could run the system, who puts the ball where it needs to be, who throws the deep ball like a freaking goddess, and who takes some hits and runs the ball downfield with passion. And he's going to do it in 2 weeks, Russ. All these people who are like, oh, you're not going to be able to do that against SEC play. He's a quarterback. He's a man. He's a fifth-year senior. He's Joey the Alligator, however you say his last name. Listen, here's what I want from Joshua Heupel. I want this town, this Knoxville town, this University of Tennessee football program to turn into Josh Heupel's home for abandoned children. I don't want any more 5 stars. I don't want any more 4 stars. I don't want any more hype prima donna quarterbacks, cornerbacks, wide receivers, running backs. I want the 3-star senior gritty players who are going to get it done, who want to be here. Because we all saw what Nico Iamaleava, Pajama Fama boy, looked like at UCLA. I'm done with it. I want 50 or 2-star Joey Aguilar who's going to go ahead and put his heart and soul for UT.
Stevie, first of all, there's just a lot to unpack there. Like he's very demanding. Here's what I need from you, Russell. Here's what I want from Josh Heupel. Here's what I want from Joey Aguilar. Like he's just got he's a needy caller, I would say.
Called him Joshua Heupel.
Yeah. You are tickled on Stevie's performances. I mean, this is the second day in a row that you have just been over there coming apart. I guess it was Geraldo yesterday, but yeah,
this is still pretty tame.
the same guy. I mean, basically.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I gotta say. Yeah. He's definitely. We needed some upbeat vibes.
But yeah, I
We
mean,
got
I came to you and you provided me with nothing, so I'm glad Stevie was there to lift our spirits this afternoon. I don't know if I'll have some of what he's smoking necessarily, but I appreciate his enthusiasm.
Agreed. Had a text on the text box from Volpool. He said the fan run radio stair race would only need maybe 3 flights.
Damn. True. I don't know. We got what? We got
some young guys who are in pretty good shape.
We got Sammy Boy.
Overtime Bill could hustle up Sam Beard. Those guys could hustle up a couple of flights of stairs, whatever they're called.
Chasing those boys in the midday. Don't really see. I mean, not throwing shade, 'cause certainly we aren't. Talk Sports isn't.
I could do more than 3 stair flights. I mean,
What did you tell me yesterday? Something about coming here.
I like being in the fan shop.
No, you wanted to be. Oh yeah,
yeah.
He wanted to be downstairs the fan shop where we were last time, and I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, it's a cool vibe down there. There are more people. We're up in the press box here today. Nobody can really come and see us. But Barrow's like, well, I just want to be down there so I don't have to go up all those stairs.
Well, today when we were walking in together.
Yeah. You going to wrap me out now, Bob, huh?
You know, there's an elevator.
Yeah, that's what Barrow was saying. He goes, they can direct us to the elevator. And the guy was certainly accommodating, but he took us and pointed us right to the stairs.
Yeah, he gave us the back.
Oh,
the gates were closed. And then we got on the elevator. But usually there's a really nice lady down there that always gets me on the elevator. I don't do stairs anymore if I can avoid it. But
Do you play the cancer card?
No.
I'm so decrepit.
No.
Help me, I'm a survivor. I just came from chemo.
No, God, no.
Will you carry me up the stairs, ma'am?
No.
Don't make an old man use the stairs.
I also am the one that has to go up and down because I got to go make sure they aren't going to, we park before the parking attendants get here to start scanning your parking pass.
No.
I really don't want to deal with my car getting towed.
It's a troubled and difficult life we lead here doing sports radio.
There was a guy that parked right next to me, and he and his wife, they were certainly kind, to ask me a question. They go, what do we have to do to pay to park? And I go, I'm your guy. Slip me 20. No, I showed
You
him.
do have parking attendant vibes, Bob. I'll say
$20 right here, and you're all good.
Bob, you mentioned, speaking of paying, the DeBoer buyout.
Oh, yeah.
You uncovered some interesting notes. People wondering, is this going to be affordable for Alabama at over $70 million if they wanted to get out of the Kalen DeBoer deal after this season?
Yeah, because everybody, myself included, you kind of race to that, right? You think, $70 million buyout is just, it's a bridge too far. It's not going to happen. Well, shout out to Andy Staples over at On3. I know he's a friend of the show here. They did a little bit of digging.
What'd they find?
A buyout for Kalen DeBoer would be paid out in monthly installments until the end of 2031, which is essentially, if you think, you throw out this season, say this would happen at the end of this season, that's 6 years, 72 months. Essentially, it's less than $1 million a month that they would be paying DeBoer. That's different because...
Oh, yeah, it's just a little less than $1 million a month.
Yeah, but my point is, and there might be language in the deal. You know what happens on these things sometimes is if you go and you find another job...
Offsets.
You have to then surrender the buyout at that point.
Somebody about to hire Kalen DeBoer to be their next head coach at about $200,000 a year.
Yeah. And like Mark Stoops, for example, because everybody talks about him and the $40 million buyout he would have, that's a problem because that's a lump sum.
Ooh, man, if he does, let's say if this did go south and he got the hell out of Dodge, you could get him on the cheap and pump money into NIL that you would have been paying him, and because Alabama will be paying for your coach.
Well, that's my point, though. I don't know. There might be language in his deal that if he takes another job,
it has to be for market value,
or in the buyout goes away. is my point. They at that point Alabama's off the hook.
That's kind of what Orgeron has been doing. Like,
Yeah.
he hasn't, and that guy wants to be coaching D-line somewhere. Like, he doesn't. It's just in his blood.
Yeah.
Remember
And
Alabama?
he's not been coaching anywhere for 3 or 4 years now, but he did give an interview a week or two ago saying that he wanted to coach again. He wanted to get back in it, and it was accompanied by the note that was almost certainly given to the reporter interviewing him by Orgeron himself that, oh yeah, his buyout is off the books in January.
Well, yeah, sure, but I mean, you remember Bama hired Botch as an analyst, and he was making bank off us. He wasn't out trying to get a job. I do think he had that whole rehab his image thing that he had to get done.
It really should be like unemployment. I've never been on unemployment, but supposedly the way it works is like you get your checks or something, but you still have to be checking in. You have like an officer.
Every week you have to.
You have to show them evidence of how many interviews you've been on.
You don't have to show them, but you do this thing. So I've been on it one time. You have to call in and answer these questions. Did you go out looking for it? Yada yada yada. And it's called certificate. You have to certify each week.
Well, that's what they need for these coaches. I mean, I would have felt a lot better if Botch had to check in with some social worker somewhere saying, "Oh yeah, I applied to be the head coach of the New England Patriots last week. I haven't heard back, but I'm hopeful. Also looked into a high school job at Catholic. Evidently, they need somebody to wash the jock straps. I feel like I could bring a lot to this area."
He's such a goob. What if he goes into Fayetteville and wins?
I mean, what if? Maybe he'll stay there.
I have to say, Bear, between yesterday and today,
Those scars run deep, man.
There's a lot of Butch Jones fascination.
This isn't not.
It's an
I
obsession.
mean, this is
hate him.
light. This is light.
Remember
Today
he
is anyway.
when
He
get
did go
fully
into.
enraged. His jaw could like detach like some kind of wild animal.
I'll just never forget that game where the fans were booing and they caught him on camera telling him to F off.
Yeah.
And,
He tried to
That was a
lie
good one.
about it.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's when you knew. It's like, okay, it's coming unhinged now for sure.
Were they chanting something?
Yeah.
F you, Butch.
Something.
No, they're just booing
I
like
think
it was
it was just
decision to
booing.
kick a field goal or something. And
Were we down like 50 or something at that time?
I think we were struggling with a bye game.
A much inferior opponent, and I think so we line up for a field goal instead of going for a touchdown or something. And
No
Bleep
balls,
them.
Butch.
Bleep them.
yeah,
Don't listen to these guys who pay my salary. How did that make you feel, Bear? When Butch Jones was giving you the hard F-bomb. It's like he's talking to you directly.
There was nobody in town that was more unqualified to have that job than him. That's when it really became surreal when I figured that out.
Nobody in town. You think you were more qualified to have that job than Butch Jones?
I think I could have motivated that team better than he could. I wouldn't have pissed off the damn fans.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I might have, but it wouldn't be over.
I've just tried to
Why
picture
wouldn't
Bear
we?
crumbling under the pressure of a 6-6 season,
Y'all never see me.
turning on the radio. Why is that guy still standing on the sidelines? Get him out of here.
Yeah, what if I caught lightning in a bottle, though? Was that guy went 11-1?
Well, that's what I like about you, buddy. You live in your hopes, not your fears.
Damn skippy.
Delusional hopes, but
Watch
hopes.
it. I felt like the three of us could have done better than that guy. I mean, how much intelligence and coaching smarts does it take to stand and have a psychotic break on the sidelines and scream into your headset, cursing, so that we couldn't even get the plays in?
The guy beat Georgia twice, Bear. Little respect. Not to mention he donated the money for the scoreboard at your high school alma mater.
It wasn't the scoreboard. It was the Jumbotron or whatever they.
It's
the
a
big
scoreboard,
video
yeah.
screen. That's not the scoreboard.
It's a scoreboard at a high school. Like they don't have LED ribbons around the Butch Bowl. That's the scoreboard.
It's not the Butch, but it's Blaine Stadium. And I can't remember who paid for the field. It wasn't Butch. Butch just bought the TV.
I didn't say he paid for the he paid for the scoreboard.
That's not called the Butch Bowl. Get it right. It's Blaine Stadium.
It's the Butch Bowl.
Named after Kathy and Dorman Blaine.
Who?
Kathy and Dorman Blaine Construction Corporation.
Yeah, they're heavy hitters.
No Butch Jones.
Yeah.
I bet you they might wear girdles like Butch, but
All
no.
right. Open lines here if you want to jump in. 865-966-3435 is your phone number. Call or text to the show this afternoon. 865-966-3435. Couple lines available if you want to hop in here. Next segment, back with more from Covenant Health Park on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Gibbs High School's Seth Sieber. Sieber led the Eagles to a 24-21 win at Halls last week. Sieber led the way defensively with 12 total tackles and 5.5 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and a pass broken up as Gibbs improved to 2-0 on the season. Gibbs High School's Seth Sieber, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This football season got you stressed out? If you're grinding your teeth or biting your fingernails, you could be doing serious damage to your smile. Luckily for you, Dr. Stephen Malone and Dr. Michael Costa at Knoxville Smiles can help fix your teeth so that your smile shines bright no matter how your team's doing. So set up your free, no-risk consultation today at knoxvillesmiles.com. That's knoxvillesmiles.com. Creating beautiful smiles, one relationship at a time.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the volunteer state. Smoked daily by pitmaster Mark Rickard, the barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134 for directions and to look at the rest of the menu. Visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Good afternoon. A couple of accidents in their clearing stages out here as it really starts to pick up.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Russell Bear, Bob, back with you. It's Covenant Health Park Day here on Fan Run, and wrapping up hour number 2 of the show. Tennessee, one of 3 teams playing an FCS opponent in the SEC this weekend. Georgia is playing Austin Peay.
That'll be a baby club ceiling.
South Carolina playing South Carolina State. Of course, we've got ETSU, and that's it, right? I said 3. Yep.
So what's the best SEC game? Ole Miss it.
Well, I mean, that's the only SEC game. That's the only SEC matchup. But, yeah, that's good. Oklahoma, Michigan, I guess, is the marquee 7:30 ABC matchup.
I'm fired up about Missouri, Kansas. I think that could be a fun game.
I'd like to see Kansas just curb stomp.
I hope so, too.
Curb stomp the Tigers.
Of course, all these good games will be happening during our game, during our bad game. So, and I will be watching our bad game, voluntary reaction, as soon as it's over. It should be about a 7 p.m. start here on the Fan Run app. But, yeah, Texas is playing San Jose State. A&M is playing Utah State. Those are both early kicks Saturday. And then so many 3:30. Our game is at 3:30. Georgia Austin Peay's at 3:30. Ole Miss Kentucky's at 3:30. Kansas Missouri's at 3:30. So, like, I just wish they would spread these games out a little bit.
South Florida, Florida. Did you mention that?
I did not, but that's at 4:15 during that same window.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting one to keep an eye on.
Definitely. They're
kind of a potential job audition for Comrade Golish.
Yep. The belief is if he happens to win that game, if South Florida wins, then
winner gets the Florida job.
He gets he moves into the pole position.
Well, he's at least on their radar. I think he's on the radar for people who are wondering if Billy Napier is going to make it down there. But I think to get that job or any other job on that level that might come open, Auburn, Alabama, Arkansas, he's going to need a win. Like he's going to need to beat a Florida or somebody like that. Boise last week probably not cutting it. Florida, 17.5-point favorite at home against the Bulls.
I saw are we favored in every one of our remaining games except for Georgia?
Yes. Well, according to the FPI, the ESPN FPI gives Tennessee a better than 50% chance to win every game the rest of the way besides Georgia.
What is it for Georgia? 70-30?
Give me a second. I'll see if I can look that up for you.
While you're doing that, big 2 weekends for Comrade Golish because it's at Florida and then at Miami back to back.
Yikes. What a schedule.
If he pulls all three, if he gets 3-0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By the way,
be down there long.
Moose told us on the text box, Arkansas State against Arkansas is not in Fayetteville. It's in Little Rock.
Ah, that makes sense. I've seen a game there at Little Rock Memorial Stadium. It's like stepping into a time warp.
Really?
Is it as bad as going to, God, why can I not remember it? Birmingham?
Legion Field.
Legion Field.
I've never been to Legion Field. I would imagine it's similar. I think they did do some renovations of Legion Field after they stopped having regular games there. They had that bowl game there, I believe. And
I mean, it's not so much a stadium in the field, although it was lacking in amenities when I went there, but
it's in the middle of the hood.
Yeah, it get kind of dangerous. I mean, I thought not so much from the hood, it just from Alabama fans. That's even crazier down
that too. Tennessee given a 40% chance by the FPI to win the Georgia game. I can live with that.
Yeah, I can too. I think it's abnormally high. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know that I don't know. Georgia's where Alabama used to be. I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it, kind of a deal. I mean, hopefully the streak's got to end sometime.
Well, excuse me, not to give Crazy Stevie too much credit, but I do think to win that game with the injuries on defense, and unless I'm not seeing something, maybe our starters are that good, and maybe Garner and Martinez will pull some rabbits out of their hats with players in these injury problems. But if we are going to win that game, I do think we're going to have to outscore them. I don't see us winning a 24-17 game against Georgia or something like that. I think they're going to come in there and kind of have their way with us, offensively, and we're going to have to score. I mean, whatever Stevie said, like he said, what did he say, 51-42? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that.
I don't know that we can
50 is
score anything on
realistic,
that,
but yeah, I mean, I do think you'd have to get up near 40 to win.
I mean, they're still salty, and last time I checked, Kirby Smart still hates our guts probably more than any other team. I mean, honestly. I mean, too much has come out. You've seen those stories. I mean, This is the game for him.
LSU back in Death Valley, they are a 37.5-point favorite over Louisiana Tech.
You know what's funny? I really think, you tell me if I'm crazy, Bob. This is the kind of game where Brian Kelly go full Brian Kelly and get upset.
And the Texters roll into Baton Rouge and take down mighty LSU.
Yeah.
That night game at Death Valley, I
might be tough, but it is a Louisiana team, so they've got Louisiana kids that aren't going to be maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You're
that's
talking
out
yourself
there.
out of it, aren't you? As it comes, the words come out of your mouth, you realize how ridiculous it sounds. I don't know.
Happens.
I don't know.
How about Vandy Va Tech?
Go Hokies.
1.5 point spread.
Did y'all see Pavia's brother's mugshot?
No.
One of them's wearing. They obviously haven't put him in the jumpsuits yet. One of them's wearing like a Tennessee orange jacket in his mugshot. It's really weird.
Which pair of brothers would scare you more, the Pavia brothers or the Jokic brothers? You've seen them.
I didn't know Jokic had brothers.
Oh,
they're all 7 feet tall. You don't want
I mean,
they look like they could have been in Breaking Bad, like you were saying yesterday. That's they look mean, man.
Two psycho Eastern European dudes.
Yeah.
Made a couple of guys disappear back in the old country.
I will break you. Yeah. No, I wouldn't want any part of the Jokic brothers.
Alabama hosts Louisiana Monroe, the Tide, a 36.5-point favorite at home.
DeBoer better damn well cover. That's all I got to say.
They'll get well in that one.
I mean, we think Saban said, because he's got to know about this emotional support stuffed animal. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. I mean, they literally, if you check out the Derrick Henry interview, they're on their way to play in the national championship game. And they had an intra-squad fist fight on the bus. That's how jacked up he kept those guys.
Well, I know, mental health is real. I don't want to make it light of Ryan Williams' apparent issues with anxiety or anything, but it is still a very macho world, the world of American tackle football. He's obviously a talented wide receiver with an NFL future. But you go to the combine, and they're asking you a million different questions about anything under the sun. And they're like, what's wrong? What's the matter with you? Got your little stuffed animal there, buddy. Your life too much for you? You a little nervous going in there to play Louisiana Monroe? You got to have a stuffed animal to squeeze? I mean, what's going on? You going to bring your mommy and daddy with you in the locker room too when you're playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? We need to get you some special drugs or something, son? I mean, what's going on?
That would be a cool job to have, wouldn't it? Be the guy that tries to set people off in those things. I think it'd be fun.
I mean, I don't think it's like a special job. I don't think they bring in a negotiator. I'm pretty sure it's just the GM and player personnel director.
That's what I'm saying. Be a good job for me.
A head player personnel director for a National Football League team.
Sure. A lot of Tennessee Vols on there.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm trying to think of who had the shortest tenure. Like, you're going to have a Mike Price level tenure at that franchise.
Nah.
What are you going to say to the owner to get that job?
I don't know. I'm winging it. I wouldn't know until I was in the room. I mean, what the hell did George Costanza know? I think much better the Yankees did once he took once they gave him a job in upper management.
Yeah. You go work for, it's the younger Steinbrenner.
I'd want Boone gone.
I think you are just the kind of level-headed leadership that organization has been missing all these years.
Couldn't do any worse than some of these guys that have had these jobs. Do you think you could do a better job than Dave the Hitman Hart and or Jimmy than they did at their jobs. You're just named athletic director tomorrow. Or whatever. What was chief?
I don't want to say no, but probably no. I don't have any experience in athletics administration.
I wouldn't have to tell you not to go digging around in your nose at a press conference and stick it in your mouth. So you got that right off the bat. You're not a booger picker, a public booger picker.
Boy.
End of hour number 2, getting in the gutter, Bob.
Yeah, I got
compelling conversation.
You're hard in the paint, Bob.
I need a break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and shut it down. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Wednesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear live today here at Covenant Health Park in beautiful downtown Knoxville. It's the last week of Smokies home games for the inaugural season of the new baseball jewel of downtown Knoxville. Send things back to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Walker Smith has the top 5 at 5. Hit it, Walker.
Thank you. At number 1, a new lawsuit has been filed against the NCAA, challenging the redshirt rule. The redshirt rule allows players to compete in up to 4 seasons of competition over a span of 5 years. The new lawsuit will challenge the eligibility rules as they currently exist, with the goal to get NCAA to grant a blanket 5 years of eligibility to all athletes.
Just in time for Zakai Ziegler to get out of here, huh?
Jordan Gainey. I don't have a problem with 5 years of eligibility. But
I do.
I would make everybody. I cut out the red shirt. You got 5 to play 5.
I think that's what they're going to do. I mean, that's been the proposal from the NCAA.
But that has to be absolute, man. We do not need,
It
hopefully
won't
we're
be.
at the end of COVID.
So-and-so had an injury. So-and-so's mother had some horrible
So we're gonna
disease,
have
and he had
some
to go
dude that's
closer.
like
And
33 and got 2 kids and a mortgage, and he's going to be still playing college ball. I mean, what are we doing?
I'm a traditionalist. I like 4 years in a red shirt.
Well, I just think there's a lot of academic programs now that are 5-year programs to get your, it's not just strictly 4-year stuff.
Oh, we're doing the thing where we pretend this is about academics again. I like that part.
You like it when I do that? Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be, dude. I don't know. I mean, what's it going to look? I mean, they're just going to split off from the schools entirely and become their own thing. I wonder what it's going to look like in like 20 years.
I don't know. Guys running around in space helmets and stuff, and it's going to be crazy.
At number 2, the LA Clippers and team owner Steve Ballmer reportedly have been accused of circumventing the NBA's salary cap by paying $28 million to Kawhi Leonard for a, quote, no-show job. I'm going to go into a little explainer here about this, so bear with me.
He's working a no-show down at the Esplanade.
Yeah, we understand how those work.
We do it every day.
So Pablo Torre, a podcaster and former ESPN contributor, reported Wednesday that Clippers paid Leonard through a now bankrupt company owned by Ballmer. Torre cited a trove of internal documents from the company Aspiration, which Ballmer partially founded with a $50 million investment through his personal LLC. Later that month, on September 27th, 2021, the Clippers announced a $300 million partnership with the now bankrupt Aspiration, including sponsorship in the team's new arena and on the team's jersey patch. An unnamed employee who reportedly worked for Aspiration told Torre that the payment to Leonard, quote, was to circumvent the salary cap.
We talked about this a lot over the summer when we talk about college football and how you get around a $21 million soft cap, as they're calling it. Of course, you got NIL, but supposedly you have to actually, show that that's real now, which you haven't had to do the past couple of years. And it made me think, Bob, like we just take for granted in these pro sports, the sports with a salary cap, the NFL, the NBA, that these teams are doing that, and they're not finding ways to just funnel an extra $20 million a year to Dak Prescott or whoever that they're trying to pay to lure a free agent to a new market. And this is obviously we'll see what comes out. I know the Clippers are denying this completely, right. But I mean, it would seem if these allegations are true, that's exactly what we were wondering. Why does something like this happen?
Yeah, I agree. I think it feels weird. It feels like I've been quickly dismissive of it doesn't happen in the pro sport. This is what we deal with in college. Yeah. And this one sure feels like it. It's like, what kind of tree company or grounds company has a $50 million investment Seed money, no pun intended. It's like
a vendor and LLC getting what'd you say, 25 million of it?
Yep. 28.
I don't know. I mean, that would explain why Tom Brady, it wouldn't be hard to convince me that's how the Patriots were. I mean, because they lowballed Tom Brady forever.
Yeah, well, and I mean, he offered to be lowballed on some instances
I'm
to
sure.
go get talent in.
But-
So, yeah, it makes you wonder if there was some other money floating around.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you're willing to take less money because you know your billionaire boss, Bob Kraft, is just going to give you some kind of no-show job. Like
Sure.
Down at the Esplanade.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're going to uphold the integrity of your salary cap, that the penalties here, again, if this stuff can be proven, have to be pretty severe, right? I mean,
draconian.
You take away the NBA, it's only a two-round draft. I would say you'd have to take away their draft picks for what? Like 3 or 4 years? Like you have to make an example, right? I mean, either this is serious or it's not.
If you can prove it.
It seems like that would be pretty easy to prove the company exists or it doesn't. I mean, Pablo Torre, who broke this story, basically said, like, I saw him going through on his podcast, like he's interviewed people with this company. There's nothing anywhere to suggest that that Kawhi has done any work for this company at all.
This is a quote from Pablo. Steve Ballmer and the Clippers, when we asked them for comment, they said that this was provably false. However, they did not know at the time that we had over 3,000 pages of documents and 7 sources.
Deny till you die.
Yep.
This will be a very interesting story to watch play out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. At number 3, former coach Lou Holtz continued his feud with Ryan Day and Ohio State by calling them, quote, not a great football team after the Week 1 win over Texas. Holtz claimed Ohio State wasn't tough enough a couple years ago to beat Notre Dame. Now, quote, they are 1-0, and that's the objective they had going into that game. But they're not a great football team.
I didn't realize that Holtz versus Day was still a thing. I would have thought that winning a national championship in fairly dominant fashion last year would have cleared that up for Ryan Day, but apparently Lou Holtz isn't letting this one go.
It's a terrible situation. Lou Holtz. How old is he now? He's got like 90, right?
I don't know, man.
He's up there.
Why is he beefing with him?
It's long story. They've beefed a lot over the years.
But I thought it turned out that Lou Holtz didn't say that stuff last year when Ryan Day went off on him.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, it wasn't.
Did
It was Ty Schmidt playing Lou Holtz.
Well, yeah, there was.
It was somebody doing a Holtz impression.
It was one of the McAfee guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
His impression of him is so funny, but that was not Lou Holtz.
Well, I mean, Fan Run's own clone, will be back on the air Sunday morning in the Neutral Zone. He called in as Lou. He does a really good Lou Holtz. He called in apparently to Pharrell or somebody had the Iron Sheik on, and Clone was talking like he was Lou Holtz. The Iron Sheik went nuts and threw like a whiskey bottle through some piece of glass in the studio. It was this whole thing, but 37. So he's what, 88?
88.
Almost 89 years old.
At number 4, just days ahead of the season opener, the New York Jets fear that starting right guard Elijah Vera Tucker suffered a season-ending torn tricep during Tuesday's practice, sources told Adam Schefter. Vera Tucker is seeking a second opinion to see if season-ending surgery is necessary.
What is going on with all these upper body injuries?
That's a good question.
Triceps, pec. You want to know what I think?
Isn't that what's up with Sanders?
No,
too?
Sanders was a stinger. Is what they were
Yeah,
saying.
there's upper body.
Upper body. Well,
I mean, they describe everything as upper body. I think a lot of I think it's whatever they're on. I mean, you saw this back when.
Is this your expert medical opinion?
Well, sure.
Whatever
Not
their
expert medical opinion about it. I mean, you just read anything about performance enhancing drugs. One of the things that usually follows guys that are on that stuff are.
Are you accusing David Sanders of being on the deer antler spray.
David
Are you
Sanders
accusing everyone who
had a
gets hurt
stinger.
of performance-enhancing drugs?
I think he did come here at like, what, 250 pounds, and now all of a sudden he's 315 in about 4 months.
75 pounds of lean muscle mass.
I'm not against it.
60-inch vertical jump.
Yeah. Giving him horse steroids.
Didn't it seem like it was a problem for Bama during the Saban era? Those guys were doing it natural.
I just assume everybody's doing that. But I've always read that when you start seeing like those tendon anchor injuries and like torn pecs and stuff like that, it's usually some of it's steroid related. Or just bad luck. Remember, it was Keenan Peely last year. That kid has horrible luck.
So when it's our guys, it's horrible luck. When it's other teams that we don't care about or our rivals,
it was actually on TV where you saw a guy basically, full speed, put his helmet right into his tricep and it just exploded.
And
I'll point the finger at us for steroid use.
Who do you go ahead then? Huh? Who do you think's most likely on our team? Most likely on roids right now?
Yeah, who's doing steroids on the Vols?
This is the height of irresponsibility.
Go
ahead, speculate recklessly.
Let's do it.
In line, maybe.
Joey Aguilar, juicing or not?
Joey looked a little spry.
No, it's not our no.
That's proper nutrition and weight training.
So you say offensive line. So you said Sanders, no.
Well, you
process biologist Hurd juicing.
I don't know.
Okay, not Hurd. You don't know. Moy.
That he thinks his pick to click is juicing a little bit.
Pendleton's not a juicer.
Pendleton's not a juicer. No. Moy's not a juicer. So that leaves Jesse Perry. You are publicly accusing of Jesse Perry of using performance-enhancing drugs. How irresponsible of you. That's disgusting.
In this day and age, nothing would surprise me.
That's disgusting.
We've got our own Pablo Torre right here.
Yeah.
I mean, we had when you have golfers taking steroids to perform better, I just assume that all athletes are at that level, upper levels.
Go ahead, Walker, please, before we get somebody fired.
And at number 5, police say a man climbed, danced, and exposed himself on top of a fire truck in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
According to city police, officers were called for a report of an unresponsive man. Firefighters stated that a man, Junior Bautista Rivas, 36, was trying to climb onto the cabin roof of the vehicle and proceeded to damage an antenna. Police tried to get Bautista Rivas to come down. However, officers reported that he, quote, proceeded to expose his genitalia while dancing on the roof of the vehicle. Eventually, authorities were able to arrest Bautista Rivas, and he has been charged with disorderly conduct, indecent exposure, and other related offenses.
When you say expose himself, what are we talking about? Like just pulling his pants down, or is he like doing the helicopter here? Is he showing the brain? I mean, what are we talking about here, Walker?
I don't know. There was no video. Wouldn't have watched it anyway. But when you hear dancing and guy exposing genitalia, I'm sure your imagination can run wild.
What if he pulled off the goat?
On top of a fire truck.
Yeah, on top of a fire truck.
He broke that's not I don't imagine that's probably not a regular antenna if you get up there.
It's definitely not cheap.
I think once you get up there, once you've made the decision that you're going to get up on the top of the fire truck after the police have told you specifically not to, I think you go crazy at that point. I think you get your money's worth because you're going to jail. You might as well
that takes
stack some charges.
It takes cojones right there, because what happens if those firemen just pull a part of the hose down and hook it up and just blast your ass right off the top of there, the fire hose?
That would be tough.
Land, get launched 15 feet in the air.
That would be tough. Thank you, Walker. That's the top 5 at 5 here on Fan Run Radio. We're live today at Covenant Health Park for the final time this season. As we've got the regulars shuffling in now. We got the voice guy. We got David Grimm is in the house. We got a guy out here making a phone call. We've got the Trash Pandas on the field going through their pregame routine. Trash Pandas got to go down tonight. They got to feel the pain.
Yeah, they do. Did we saw the former Tennessee guys coming through here this summer. I saw where there was a fight between the Giants and the Rockies, and I just wondered if
was Gilbert in the middle of it.
I don't know, but he went so crazy after his second home run the other day. Somebody grabbed one of his teammates, had him by the throat in the locker room, just holding him back.
Do what?
Yeah, did you not see the picture
of Gilbert?
Yeah, it's incredible.
I have not seen that.
I have not seen it. The fight was Rafael Devers and Kyle Freeland, who, I mean, it was
bat flipping.
It was legit. Oh my God! Like Devers hadn't even, or Devers, however you want to pronounce it, he hadn't even gotten halfway up the first baseline, and they were yelling at each other. I mean, just screaming. And then I mean, punches thrown, everything else. I mean, it was ugly.
I heard he watched his home run just a little too long.
Yeah.
Did you see Framber Valdez?
Yes.
The other.
Yeah.
They're saying that he intentionally crossed his catcher up, where the catcher's thinking curveball. He threw him a fastball,
95,
and hit him right in the chest protector. And like apparently, they had the old, he's shaking him off too much or whatever on a pitch, the at bat before, and the guy ended up hitting a grand slam off.
Yeah,
of
it was
him.
against the Yankees. He the pitch clock was getting ready to run out, and he waved him off because he wanted him to get set up with a good pitch, try and get him out of the jam, and he fired it in there, and I can't remember it. I don't think it was Volpe. It may have been Jazz, jacked one, and it was a grand slam.
And so he just picks the catcher right in the chest.
Yeah.
You can tell it was on purpose, because instead of being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," like he immediately turns around with a disgusted look on his face, and the catcher gets up like, "Dude, really?"
Yeah, and like he was staring a hole through him. I'd be willing to bet they had to have. There was another catch. I didn't catch his name. It was a former major league catcher. They were interviewing him. They were like, "What happens in this situation?" He goes, "Oh, we're going down the tunnel, and he's going to catch hands either right now or after the game."
Framber's for a pitcher. He's a big, mean-looking dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't know
He's
that I would
throwback.
come after him.
Some of those guys, it's low key. Some of the scariest professional athletes are pitchers. I mean, they're just dangerous. Man.
Okay, you're gonna have to. Some of the low-key scariest athletes are pitchers.
Well, yeah, I mean, because they can throw a ball at your head at 100 miles. You like Pedro, he was crazy. He didn't care. He didn't care how big you were. If you did something to one of his teammates, he was going to drill you.
How about John Rocker? Rocker was out of his mind.
He's just, I don't know. He's still mad at Perlman over that article.
He's beefing with, who is he? Is it Floyd Mayweather Sr., or there's somebody that he's called out and he wants to get in the ring with?
Yeah, you're right.
I wonder if Senior just whip his ass. Just be an old boxer. You never know with those guys.
Yeah.
And he's still mad at and Perlman's whole point is, I told him repeatedly, this is an interview for Sports Illustrated. You are on the record. He said it repeatedly when he got in the car. He started talking about, we all know what he said.
Well, John Rocker, not in danger of being absconded with by Mensa or invited to any sort of.
Yeah,
he's not a Rhodes Scholar.
Yeah, the Rand Corporation kidnapping.
No, he's kind of a meathead.
Yeah.
Do you remember Kyle Farnsworth, the time he body slammed that he like hit somebody with a pitch?
Yeah,
and the guy came out after him, and he just took him. And I mean, Farnsworth looked like a bodybuilder anyway. I mean, that was not a good call by that batter.
Of course, the all-time bad decision has to be Robin Ventura.
Yeah.
If you hear the back, he really didn't have a choice. He really didn't. It was like the team had agreed the next time.
We all have choices in life, Bear.
They said.
Charge the mound against Nolan Ryan.
Get your ass
Bad
wet.
decision.
He was a mean SOB, Nolan Ryan, man. He
Yeah.
was like, come on out.
Bo
hit him,
get
some.
drilled that line drive, hit him in the mouth. He's got blood all. He got stitched up, stayed in the damn game. Yeah, he was a different kind of guy. But apparently they had made a pact on the team. The next guy to get hit had to charge the mound. And unfortunately for Robin,
yeah, that was bad.
It was the boss, Nolan Ryan.
Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. Open lines if you want to chime in, 865-966-3435. Your number to get on the show, 966-3435. If you want to chime in, more to come. Stay with us. It's The Drive on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox, Fox Sports Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, streaming online this afternoon at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. Russell, Bear, and Bob back with you. Covenant Health Park, where we are this afternoon. And, boys, I got to tell you, I was walking down there because I am hungry. I walked during our top of the hour break up to the club. You want to hear what's on the menu today?
Yeah.
We got chicken parm sliders, beef and vegetable lasagna, and shrimp scampi.
Oh, yeah.
Got any corn dogs in there?
They're hot dogs.
There's
I don't know if they're corn dogs.
hot dogs. They'll have the popcorn buffet, or what's the word I'm looking for? They got
popcorn bar.
The popcorn bar, which both savory and sweet.
Yeah, if you haven't been up to the club here at Covenant Health Park, you're doing it wrong. I mean, going to a game is good, but if you ever want to kick it up a notch,
those club seats, best view in the house. There's really not a bad seat in here, is there?
No.
If you guys have sat out there by the Modelo watering hole.
That's my favorite place to sit
The hole?
here. At the corner in right field there, they've got the tables with the chairs that you can just sit there and watch. And
Enjoy a
that's a cool
beverage.
spot.
You like Modelo?
Sure, why not? I like the Especial.
Isn't that like the best-selling beer in the U.S. right now?
After the whole Bud Light thing when Kid Rock Machine got in a 12-pack. Although if you go to his bar in Nashville, I think it's still their number one seller. So apparently it doesn't extend to his own bar.
Let's get Roberto in here next. Roberto, you're on the Drive Fan Run Radio.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Howdy.
Hello. Hoping everybody's well.
Doing well, thanks.
Can't make it down tonight. I hate that, but it is what it is, guys. I hope you have a great time. 2 or 3 times I've been down there this year. I don't know if there's God's honest hand on the Bible. I don't know if there's a better ballpark in America. I really mean that. I mean, definitely per capita, but maybe at all. What a cool place to see a game.
Well, I don't know if you heard, if folks are just joining us today, Covenant Health Park was actually named 2025 Ballpark of the Year by baseballparks.com this year, which is checking that out. It's a pretty cool website, man. They're legit and know everything that's going on. So it's pretty cool to see Knoxville getting its recognition.
No doubt. So that's not just standard issue Roberto bluster. Somebody else actually believes that. So go figure.
And you know what the reward is for the stadium, Roberto, is they get to hold a Kansas concert here in a month.
Why are you knocking on Kansas, Bob?
I like Kansas. I'm just saying that's their reward.
You are of a certain age. Are you going to go? I feel like you should go to this Kansas concert.
Maybe. I just found out about it today. Got to read and react. I might be there.
Dust in the wind, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm my head all night. Thanks, Bob.
Bear, I hope you have fun. I apparently everybody in the world, by the way, Bear is going to that Oasis show. I've talked to 4 people today all over the country that are going to that show this weekend.
It's at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
At the Rose.
Yeah, the boys are in or out. Bonehead put that out on Twitter.
Be fun.
Yeah, I think somebody that joins your show pretty often. I don't know if he's made that public knowledge is going to be there as well. Somebody that comes in and is one of your guests. He'll be out there too. Bear might want to reach out to him.
Who? Name names.
T-Dot.
No. There's no way.
Who? T-Dot?
Yeah. Mark Nagy?
Yeah, you'll know. Not allowed to say that. I thought it was public knowledge. Well, anyways, back to point. Guys, Gunnar Stockton ran 10 times the other day, and he went out in the third quarter. If you're Georgia and you got Tennessee next week, would you rather be our situation where we play our quarterback but don't intentionally run him, say against Syracuse the whole game, or would you rather be Georgia and running their only hope? Because that Puglisi guy is terrible. What would you do if you were them? Is that going to be?
I believe I'd keep him. Talk about Gunnar Stockton. I believe I'd keep him in bubble wrap if I were them.
I would too, but it seems like he was turning it upfield quite a bit, and I just wondered to that effect, guys, what we're going to do with Joey Aguilar this week. Are we going to try to get him out in the second quarter, or are they going to try to let him kind of gel into the offense more? What do you guys think?
He wasn't sacked and didn't take many hits other than the times that he ran against Syracuse.
Yeah.
So I think you want to let him play at least the whole first half. Heupel likes to bring guys out for the first series or two of the second half as well to work on their halftime adjustments. So I wouldn't, I don't have any problem with that. But, yeah, I would not be calling any design quarterback runs. And I would probably tell Joey's like, look, man, we'll let you cut it loose next week against Georgia, but don't be tucking and running against ETSU.
Speaking of bubble wrap, what are we going to do with our defensive line for the next 2 weeks or the next week and a half? I mean, do you really hope that you can just hold off ETSU with all your freshmen? Is that where we're at? I'm starting to really worry about this.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's my biggest concern right now. I'm concerned about the secondary, but I think they'll have enough pieces to put it together, hopefully until McCoy comes back. But D line thing. I mean, we're playing against Georgia, and we all know what they have: offensive line, running backs, all that stuff. And man, if Moy's unable to go, and doesn't sound like Hobbs is going to be back, that could be tough.
I'll be surprised if Moy's not back, but I won't be surprised if Hobbs doesn't play till Alabama. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ricky Gibson doesn't play till maybe Florida at this point. And I don't know, man. It just seems like for a team that totally bludgeoned the other team like we did to Syracuse in the first quarter, is it just because we got lulled to sleep in that third quarter? When did our guys start getting really hurt? Is it the third quarter-ish? Is that about right?
That means on the first defensive possession of the game with Moy.
Well, I know Moy was, but I don't remember anybody else really getting hurt before the third quarter. Could be wrong.
The Gibson got hurt in the first half.
Did he really? I thought that was in the third quarter.
No, that was in the first half towards the end there. I think.
What did you say? You had a really good point because I went back and watched the game. You're dead off right. I think if Eason doesn't get hurt on that play, I think it was Eason. I think it would have been a lot more noticeable that, hey, one of our starting corners got hurt as well. But the camera seemed to be on Eason, and nobody really realized that.
On the Gibson play? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it just looked weird the way he dropped his arm. You could tell something was like major league not right with it.
What do you guys call it when you just go off script and just start saying random things? But it looked like what'd you say?
We're funny when we do that.
Funny looking.
Yeah, no. Your best shows are definitely when you're talking about bears eating deer or Stevie mutilating, what was it, a possum or something? I mean, that's raccoons. Those are good things. I'm for them. We need another one of those this week. I need a good laugh. So, with that guy,
animal cruelty has always been a good gag for the drive. I'm glad that's something our audience finds amusing.
I was going to say, do you guys still have a hot button for that deer? Because that thing's it's just
he played it last week. He does it whenever he's wanting to upset me. It's horrific sounding. That poor deer dying.
Yeah.
All things must die.
Well, guys, I thank you for the time. And if you haven't been down to apparently the best ballpark in America, you need to get down there tonight. Support the boys. See you.
Thank you, Roberto. Yeah, again, for folks just tuning in, this is the last week of Smoky's home games. They're every night at 7 through Saturday, and then a 2 p.m. start on Sunday. And folks who came out and got those, I don't know what they are, field level seat vouchers or whatever, the tickets that we've been giving away. If you have those are good for any Smoky's home game. So if you've got them sitting on your dresser or on your desk or whatever, and you haven't used them, come on down tonight. Come on down tomorrow, Friday, even Saturday or Sunday, and check it out, because you'll want to be able to tell your grandkids that Covenant Health Park, I went there opening year.
Mm-hmm.
What a year it's been.
Yes, sir. Amazing place.
So you got friends going out there with you. I'm actually getting a little FOMO now on this Oasis show.
Well, yeah, it's legend. I mean, he's friend of the show.
Mark Nagy's going to be
he leaves
in attendance.
Yeah. He says, and I quote, "I can't wait to be in the sunshine."
What is that?
It's an Oasis thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it says shine.
I guess so.
Yeah. Me and Mark.
Why can't they? I don't understand. Why can't they pronounce sunshine?
It's just how he did it, and then
he had a stroke or something. No. He's singing, and
it's just how he pronounces some of the words.
Sugar deficient, blood sugar low.
All I'm saying, they've made well over. They're close. They've eclipsed $1 billion since what, 4th of July. I feel like
on this tour they've made $1 billion.
Yeah. Between ticket sales, and they've got they don't have they do have merch tents at the shows, but when they show up in the city, they have it's like a whole damn pop-up store. They're raking it in.
Let's talk about a real artist. Have you heard the rumors that Taylor Swift may be performing the halftime show at the Super Bowl?
I haven't heard that.
They put
my guys took up for her. It's funny they threatened to whip Kanye.
Yeah, they put Goodell on the spot on the Today Show and asked him, and he said That's a maybe, is how he put it, which tells you they're probably working on it.
Yeah, the Super Bowl halftime show jumped the shark a long time ago for me. I'm usually
commercials have just about jumped it for me as well.
I'm usually on the road home from wherever I'm watching the game. I plan that out now. It's like, okay,
yep,
first half's over. I can drive home during the halftime show that I don't care about and be home in time for the third quarter.
What was the last good one? Was it Prince in Miami or what's that other young guy's name? He was huge for a while.
Bruno Mars. Yeah. Everybody liked that.
I thought the one that they did just a couple of years ago, the LA tribute, where, they had, it was like, you had Eminem, you had Dr. Dre, you had
Snoop Dogg,
yeah, I thought it was great.
I did so too. I thought it was kind of just how far we've come.
I mean, I'd like to see Kansas there this year. I don't know about you guys, but a little Carry On My Wayward Son.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, Snoop Dogg was basically a walking billboard for the West Side Crips. And
maybe you could have Blackfoot out there as well.
Marauder. Do you have that on vinyl?
No. People have been listening to the whole show. We'll get these references. Let's get Trey in here next. Trey, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Guys, I got to say the last segment is the reason why I think that we need to do away with these fluff games. It's good only Power 5 opponents. I mean, is anybody excited about anything Tennessee football related Saturday at all? I mean, the only thing that can come out of that game is that, we perform poorly or injuries, right?
Yeah. Bob, I mean, we haven't got your topic. I think Bear and I and Trey are all singing from the same hymnal here. I don't like the FCS games. I don't really like the group of 5 games that we play. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Memphis, I guess. We played UTEP, San Antonio a couple of years ago. Teams like that. I mean, that's one thing, but, playing South Carolina State, some of the other games we mentioned earlier, I think there are 3 or 4 SEC teams playing FCS opponents this week. I would like to see these games go away. No offense to our friends up there in Johnson City.
I am 100%.
Bob's in agreement, Trey.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay. Well, it's just a money laundering scheme, to move money from one state university to another. But anyway, guys, what I will talk about, though, that's not Tennessee related, nor old washed up bands, is South Carolina. Guys, I don't think there's a bigger fraud in college football than South Carolina right now. I watched that Virginia Tech game because I had money on it, and the way they struggled to beat a bad Virginia Tech team, and yet they're somehow ranked in the top 10 and looked at as like this is their elite year. If you want to make a lot of money this season, fade that South Carolina team, because they are probably the most overrated team in college football. That's Trey's early season hot take. Just like I looked at us a couple of years ago and saw, when Joe Milton was our starter, and said we're not going to be that great this year. I see that and so much more in South Carolina. They are not a good football team. Just defensively, offensively. I know they've got their Heisman hopeful quarterback. He's not a Heisman hopeful. They are.
Just dropped off.
Oh, lost Trey there. He's not a fan of South Carolina, I believe, is what he was trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to ask Trey, and I'll just ask you guys, is they have 3 guys that are potential game wreckers. I mean, wreck the opponents. And I think Lenora Sellers is one of them. I'm not sure he's a Heisman candidate, but
Dylan Stewart
and Nick Harbor, the receiver.
Nick Harbor.
I'm thinking, does Tennessee have 3 guys like that? Right now, I'd say no. That doesn't.
No, that's a good point. That's good. I think Josephs. I would put Josephs in the conversation with Dylan Stewart. I think Joshua Josephs is very good.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, I don't know. I know it was one game. We'll have to see more from him, but I think Colton Hood could definitely be like that level of impact player. I heard somebody refer to Lenore Sellers this morning as dollar store Cam Newton. I don't know if that was a little.
Well, I think poor man's Cam Newton. I mean, I think that's what I see when I see him play.
He's not anywhere near as big as Cam, is he?
He's big, though.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
I think I was looking this. I think he's listed at 6'3" or 6'4", 235.
Yep.
Maybe he is as big as Cam.
Cam's a little bigger than that, but during his peak, he was at least.
And
But
Cam was about 6'6".
Yeah.
240, 250.
250. Wow. Remember Dante Culpepper? That was a big boy,
Oh,
too.
wow.
God, he was a hoss.
He was like 260, 265 as a quarterback.
What about the hefty lefty?
Yeah, he was no Lorenzen, but he was a big boy.
There was some video, kind of, even he's for a Kentucky player. I surprised myself. A little nostalgic, Yeah, it's pretty cool what he did.
Lorenzen,
Yeah.
and he passed away. And he was big at Kentucky, but he got really big.
He got up like your $5 bills.
He played for the Giants for a while.
Yeah.
And then he was playing in the Arena League.
He did all right for the Giants.
Yeah, when
for
he
a
was with the
minute.
Giants, like he held it together physically, but there were pictures out there of him playing in the Arena League where, I mean, he's well over 400 pounds probably, and just not healthy looking.
He ended up dying of heart. Is that what got him a heart attack?
I don't know. I would imagine it was related to his physique.
His obesity. But yeah, he didn't beat us.
I can hear it in the
Little Toto.
Yeah, little Africa
Coming
going
through.
None of them apparently have ever been to Africa since they released this song, before or after.
And you find that to be disqualifying for the song?
Well, no, I mean, it's just if you watch the interview with I never can pronounce his name right.
Steve Porcaro.
No,
Lukather.
Yeah.
He talks about. He makes fun of it.
All right, man. We are digging deep into the past right now. Toto, Blackfoot, and now Toto. We were doing
Blackfoot,
Kansas earlier.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have some.
Let's talk
shows
Toto.
out here.
What you got? I mean, I was always a big hold the line guy myself.
I didn't so much like Toto
Rosanna?
as much as I liked the stuff they played on everybody else's stuff. Rosanna's about Rosanna Arquette.
Really?
Yeah.
Rosanna, yeah.
Rosanna Arquette.
Toto rocked, man. I don't care what anybody says.
They were some of the best musicians in the world.
Awesome stuff.
Caros.
Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Final segment coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board, 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah. They specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff.
They actually care if it turns out right. Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos. Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build. Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you tired of trying to squeeze your dental appointments in on your lunch break or before you go to work? Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making going to the dentist easier. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. To take advantage of our new evening hours, make your appointment now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just call us at 865-539-1776. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues, wrapping up on a Wednesday afternoon edition of the show. Well, we talk a lot about music here today. Now, a couple of promotions you should be aware of. First of all, NASCAR racer Logan Bearden is here tonight at Covenant Health Park. He'll be throwing out the first pitch. He's got his car out front. As you come up to Covenant Health Park tonight, you'll be able to see the car. It's got a special Smokies paint scheme.
I'd like to get in that thing.
Oh, I'm sure they'll let you right in. Take it for a spin. You don't even have to ask. You just walked right up to the front of the line and just hop in. Bo Duke style. Just right through the window.
It doesn't have doors. You'd have to.
I understand.
I'd need help getting out, probably.
There was a guy, we were doing a commercial shoot with this was back in before his passing, his untimely passing, Dale Earnhardt. And they were doing it out at Bristol. And there was the sound guy who was the biggest Dale Earnhardt fan. And afterwards they were saying, yeah, you want to try to get in the car? And he was like, oh my God, it'd be such an honor, just get in. And he got stuck.
He got stuck in it?
Trying to get in. No, he could never get in. They had to pull him back out.
The jaws of life.
Yeah.
Butter him up.
Yeah, just too big a boy.
Well, also coming up here next month on October the 18th, it's the Knoxville Music Festival here at Covenant Health Park. Here are some of the now there are going to be some newer acts here, Bear. I'm not sure if you're familiar with some of these.
Hit me.
Lakeside is going to be here.
That sounds familiar.
Pokey Bear.
Never heard of that.
Big Pokey Bear guy, Bob?
Is that a kids group?
Cupid will be here. Nothing. No.
No.
Taboo and Boosie.
Okay.
The Boosie, that's what rings the bell for you. You're a big Boosie guy.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that for a second.
Well, if it's the same Lakeside band, that would make sense. They're kind of an R&B, but I mean, they've been out. Sure, they're in the same band. I mean, they formed in '69. You weren't born.
No,
I was in diapers, and
Lakeside. That was your jam.
Bob wasn't going to kindergarten yet.
Well, I mean, you got Pokey Bear and Boosie are there as well.
Boosie. No, I'm not familiar with them. Anybody else on the schedule yet? Remember they used to have like Willie Nelson played up at the one in Kodak. They used to have some really big shows up there.
You want to get some deep cuts, you go to these ones at the Tennessee Valley State Fair. Now that
I love the Tennessee Valley Fair.
that's when you get some stuff going.
Oh, just the smell, the peppers, the onions, the sausages,
Get some
The manure.
Get some 38 special.
Yeah.
Going.
Or Rick Springfield was there one year.
A friend of mine just went and saw. He and his wife went and saw Rick Springfield. You know, he's like 74.
Yeah.
And he still sounded good.
He's wearing leather trousers and no shirt, apparently. I saw pictures.
Shout out to Double A with Garage Beer, who's listening to the show this afternoon. He says that he saw, I think he's talking about Toto.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's
2 weeks ago, and Toto's still out there doing it?
Apparently.
Well, that drummer died, didn't he?
Yes.
It's a shame.
And they were the backing band for the entire Thriller album, except for the solo one, Beat It.
Toto was?
Yeah.
Toto played on Thriller.
Steve Lukather had more to do with Beat It being a hit than Eddie. I mean, Eddie Van Halen.
I knew Lukather was involved.
But yeah, Jeff Porcaro, all of them.
God, how old is this show right now? Just covered in dust and cobwebs.
I don't know. Damn Thriller. Has Thriller ever been surpassed? Maybe one of those Tyler Taylor, whatever the hell her name is, Kelsey's old ladies band.
Tyler Taylor.
What's her name?
That would be a good Tyler Taylor.
Taylor Swift.
That blonde-headed young lady that Travis Kelce's running around with. I don't know. I was watching a Mark Maron concert last night, and he was he somehow got on Taylor Swift. He played one of her songs. First time I've ever heard of Taylor. Swear to God, Taylor Swift's song. It's horrible. I mean, she seems like a very nice young lady. Wish her nothing but the best. But it's the most god-awful sounding. I'd rather listen to a bunch of tats.
Barry, you got to be careful.
Well, I mean, Bear is nothing if not cognizant of who his audience is, Walker. He knows that he can score a lot of points with people by tidying up to the likes of Kansas and Toto. But Taylor Swift, she doesn't have many fans, so he can just be he can afford to just piss off everybody who likes her.
You a big fan?
I'm not a big fan, but I know the power and insanity that her fan base is, and any bad thing said about her, they know
they can't be any worse than the Alabama people or anything.
No, it's worse.
Bear goes to L.A. and we never see him again.
What, Taylor's going to have me abducted? Huh?
Taylor ain't selling out the Rose Bowl.
2 nights.
DR Vol. You're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
What's going on, guys? Bear, when are you leaving for your concert?
I'm flying out here in the next day or two. I got to look at my itinerary.
Okay. Well, man, I hope you have fun. I know you're looking forward to that.
Are you loaning him the RTI private jet for this cross-country flight?
Loaning it. I'm flying it.
Who's landing it?
Me?
In the Pacific Ocean?
No. I've got that Microsoft Flight Simulator on my laptop. I've been practicing.
Yeah, that'll work. It's the same thing.
So, Russ, you know what that means that VR will be missing this weekend, don't you?
It's going to be, it's going to be wild. I asked Bob if he would come sit in, and he said, maybe, the Georgia game, the Alabama game, they're all lining up. ETSU rolls in.
Oh, everybody wants to.
Bear leaves town. Bob can't be bothered.
Got a book club meeting that
night.
Yeah.
I've had this trip planned for more than a year.
Yeah, sure.
Did I not?
Yeah.
Good.
Bob, you need to do it, man, because, after listening to Voluntary Reaction last week, we've got to have our PC principal on there.
That's pretty good.
I mean, how are we going to keep from offending everybody?
Bob does bring a certain level of decorum and
maturity
to
the show.
That's fading fast, boys.
You'll be in there smearing stuff on the walls with us soon enough.
Oh,
the other monkeys. In the cage.
All kidding aside, Bear, I do hope you have fun, and I'm looking forward to hearing about it. Please don't get kicked off the airline. You have a good day, guys.
No, I would never do that. I'm a keep to myself kind of traveler. I am. Do you eyeball people when you get on the plane?
Sure.
Look for threats.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
profile.
I try to figure out which one's the air marshal. That's what I like to do.
Mm-hmm. That's always good.
Have you seen
good game to play?
Apparently, if you're working for the airline, like if you out them, like you get fired.
Oh yeah, I don't
you can
doubt
go to
it.
jail interfering with those guys.
Text box message. What is Cody going to do for dinner without Bear there? That is Jeremy.
Jeremy. I don't know. Whatever he normally does. There's some really sad people, Bob, that don't understand when,
friends
dying. go out and break bread together.
Yeah, I hear you.
And most
Bob and I never get invited. It's funny. All right, folks, we got to run. Thanks to the Smokies one more time for having us out.
This week.
Love Covenant. Please shut up. Covenant Health Park. Coming out and see him. Smokies in town through the end of the week. Overtime headed your way next. Big thanks to Walker Smith for all his hard work behind the scenes today. Excuse me. For Bear and Bob, I'm Russell. We'll do it again tomorrow here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality